What's up, diehards? Yeah, man. So just setting it up here. So the reason why this podcast is late is because of state. Okay, listen, this is like a couple times now where we done changed the time of this podcast, whatever, and we did it a couple times too where I started off and went on a tangent by myself, did another show when it was actually his idea, to come on and talk about something. So I mean tonight, it's cool, you got something to do, but at least hit a motherfucker up and let him know that you're not gonna show up. So that's the issue tonight. That's the reason why I didn't pop on at the time I was supposed to. I would have been on at 8. He asked me to postpone it to 8:45. I changed it to 9 to be sure. I hit him up at 8:30, and here it is 9:20, and the guy just still hasn't hit me up yet. So listen, man. Shout out to State. Hopefully, State is good. And nothing happened to him. Or whatever, man. But that's not cool, man. To have people hanging like that. And it's been a couple times already. So I know he's supposed to be starting his own channel soon, September or whatever. But at the same time, it's not cool to leave me hanging like that. So anyway, there's nothing really to talk about. State wants to talk about the obvious big three, that the Knicks have. So we'll do that. We'll talk about the Knicks big three. So I mean, I have no issues with the Knicks payroll. You know what I'm saying? I have no issues with the Knicks payroll. So I'm gonna ask you guys: do you guys have an issue with the Knicks payroll? So because I mean, if we can get here, right? If we can get to this, right, where the Knicks have Julius Randle, Mitchell Robinson, Jalen Brunson, Donovan Mitchell, and RJ with the current salary setup, I think that's fine because you're talking about 23 from Julius Randle. He's not even the highest paid player. Jalen Brunson. And then RJ, I think RJ's the highest paid player right now with the incentives and stuff like that. He's going to become the highest paid player. This guy Brunson, he's right on his heels. And then you're talking about Donovan Mitchell. So Donovan Mitchell, I think, wouldn't even be the highest paid player on the Knicks if we was to get him at this point. You know what I'm saying? So at this point, it doesn't really matter. Top five guys, and nobody is like super maxed out or destroying the cap where we can't make moves after the fact. So I think we're good I think we're good at with what's going on with this current situation. So I mean, now I'm looking at Twitter Spaces, whatever. So I'm gonna give a shout out to Big Knicks Energy. They've been hitting me up to jump on there, but I haven't had a chance to. A lot of times when I do these podcasts, it's usually shotgun style, just like right now, freaking shotgun style. I didn't come on here to really talk. Really, this is really State's idea to talk about this, man. So I'm just doing it because I could do that, So I see them talking about the Lakers. Maybe RJ is going to be sent to the Lakers. So now I don't understand this. Like they just signed him, right? So technically, it's an extension. So it's not like a newly signed contract. It's just him going into the next contract. So they mentioned poison pill. So that is the reason why now it's like the poison pill effect because RJ is still on his rookie scale deal, but then next year is going to kick in to being the deal that he just signed. So that's what they're talking about as far as poison pill. So the poison pill affects it because now if they come up with a trade, like the parameters change. From what I understand, it could be between the Knicks have to give as much as 23 or as much as no as little as 23 million, I think, and then as much as like 30 something million. You know what I'm saying? But it has to. There's a lot of stipulations and stuff. I don't know who's I really don't know how to work that because there's really like statisticians, people like of that ilk that can really get that. People that are like really in with the collective bargaining agreement and stuff like that. They know it like the back of their hand. They're like the real ones that can really do that. So let me just get to this thing here. Because it is funny, man. Because I mean, we're talking about. Let me see if I can find that. Let me see if I can find that article there. Because it was a tweet about the main three guys. So anyway, this is what where is it at? I'm trying to find it here. When it was where is it? Give me a second. Like I said, this is shotgun, so I'm just putting it together right now. So I'm trying to find that actual thumbnail. Okay. So here it is. It just Well, basically, State was talking about he was just talking about like trading for Donovan Mitchell and getting the backup players. But I'm looking for the actual. There was an actual picture that was posted that I'm trying to find out here. Like I said, bear with me, guys. So how's everybody doing, man? I got a few people in the chat. I got Canal is a moderator. We're trying to get I'm Jarrell. I didn't get a chance to do that for him yet. Shout out to Stupid Videos. Stupid Videos is here to hang out. Hey, yo, Stoop, man, I haven't seen you in a minute, man. So it'd be good to get you on to again to talk some Knicks and stuff. I know you're the draft expert and stuff like that, but I haven't really seen you in a minute, man. So all is good. You got Geraldine MacGyver's here. King Poppy MYK is here. What's good, my man? Kareem Grant, as always, was good. Yeah, man. Mr. Rafael Diaz, chilling, man. Hey, Ralph, if you're doing anything now, you could jump on if you want to. You know what I'm saying? You could jump on if you want to. I'm really trying to find this picture because I wasn't really prepared for it. Because I was actually going to delete the this live. I was going to delete the live, but I saw people were on here, so it's like wow, man, people are on here to watch, but there's nobody here. So I said, let me just jump on just off of GP just to make sure that you guys won't be looking at me. Oh, look at this shit. Look how you guys got us hanging here. That's just fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So here's the actual thing here from State. Let me share it. So this is from State's account here, State's YouTube account. So he's pissed off about this. This is the thing he's pissed off about. The whole $117 million people and stuff like that. But with the Washington Wizards, did you know the Washington Wizards? They got Bradley Beal over there. They got Kristaps, and they got what's my man there from Kuzma? They got Kyle Kuzma. Like, what the fuck is that shit about? So nobody cares about what Washington is doing, but let's trash the Knicks about the guys that we signed. $117 million. Not like it's 1 year. This is over the course of a 5-year contract. Same with Jalen Brunson over the course of 5. I believe RJ is over the course of 4, right? So I mean, these contracts are modest contracts compared to what's going on around the league. I forgot how many people are ahead of Jalen as far as point guards. I think it's like 13 players are ahead of him. Julius Randle as far as power forwards, or as far as team leading, salary, that $23 million is nothing compared to a lot of teams. If you want to talk about maxing out a player that's supposed to be leading you in scoring, rebounding, assists, and all this, you're talking about like LeBron type numbers and type stuff like that. And LeBron makes like what 40 or like I don't know how much money he's making now with that extension. So I mean, guys like that are holding down the fort for their team, win or lose, are making double than what Julius Randle's making. You know what I'm saying? So this is a modest thing here. This is nothing. This right here is nothing. There's nothing to really complain about, man. So there's something else here. I just want to show. This is another big three. $397 million here, according to the Mecca. State retweeted that also. So he was popping off about these salaries. But look who's here. You got DeRozan, you got Levine, and you got this guy, Vucevic. Vucevic is an all-star. 20-point a game scorer, 10 rebounds a game. What's the name? DeRozan, he's been averaging 20-something points for like the last 10 years or so. Levine is now become like one of the top leading scorers in the NBA the last couple of years. So this is a truly a big three here. And they average $397 million. Hey, that's decent. That's a decent haul there. You know what I'm saying? Knicks fans, we can be much worse. I don't know about that. What's so bad about this lineup? And not for nothing, even though these guys are paid more than what the Knicks are paid for our guys, these guys can still be moved. They can still be moved. If they decide that they want to go on and see if they can get another player, they can do that. Here's another crew here. This is the ones I just mentioned. I mean, this is trash right here. Kristaps is not even the same guy anymore. Kuzma has never been the guy. And this guy, Bradley Beal, used to be one of the like the clean cut good guys of the NBA. Now he's became like this almost a caricature of himself, man. So it's just really weird. The argument with this stuff here. So I mean, let's talk about shout out to Nickinator. I just saw Nickinator's there. So shout out to everyone here. Shout out to State once again. Like I said, I don't know what's up with him. My phone is about to die. I didn't charge it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if he's popping in or not. But Yeah, man, it is what it is. Let's get this out of here. So would you freak out if we traded RJ? Like if RJ went to the Lakers, would you freak out? See, my thing is with that, if that's happening, then then we're gonna get something back for it. One of the major trades that people keep talking about is let's say trading a Westbrook, of course, from the Lakers going over to Utah as like a salary dump. You're talking about the Knicks getting Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gay. That's another part of the deal. That Fournier and I believe Bogdanovich, whatever his name is going to go to the Lakers. So I mean, what do you think about that? How does that play out with what's going on with the situation? That particular trade, if the Knicks, because I think the Knicks are supposed to send Obi Toppin and maybe quickly along with that deal too. That's the deal. Then do it. Because the thing with that is that those guys are going to be bench players. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, once you get this, then what's the issue? Whoever's off the bench is not going to play a lot because you're talking about Julius Randle. If he's here, if he's the chosen one at power forward, he's not gonna get 38 minutes anymore. He's gonna drop that down to 33 maybe. Get him 33. RJ, he's not gonna play 38. Get him to 33, 34. Mitchell Robinson, Mitchell Robinson is gonna be splitting time with Isaiah Hartenstein. We got Brunson. Brunson's gonna be getting 33 minutes a game. We got Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell averages 34 minutes a game. So whoever's coming off the bench is going to be spelling guys that are actually in the starting lineup. So I mean, I'm saying, what is the problem? So I see somebody said something about Rudy Gay's past his prime. So Sharice Duncan says that Rudy Gay is past his prime. But who's starting? RJ. We just pay RJ to start. We just pay RJ to start. So why are we worrying about if Rudy Gay is past his prime or not? Do we need a prime RJ? I mean, Rudy Gay, in order to succeed? No, we need somebody to come off the bench and do their thing, spelling RJ. Rudy Gay could be a spot starter, if RJ is hurt. But if RJ is not hurt and he's playing 82 games or close to it, then we just need somebody to come in there every once in a while. And that's the second string. We still got other guys that around the league that we could pick up, and also Farron Hunt. If Farron Hunt is that guy, maybe he can come in to come off the bench. If I'm talking about due to injury, due to injury. If all things works out and the whole starting lineup, which is these guys here again, I'll put it on the screen. If these guys play 82 games, then what's the issue? We're talking about bench players coming off the bench. Donovan Mitchell is going to be there in the fourth quarter. RJ is going to be there in the fourth quarter. Brunson's going to be the fourth quarter guy. Julius is fourth quarter. So is Mitchell Robinson. You know what I'm saying? So we're talking about Isaiah Hartenstein to spell Mitchell Robinson because he can't shoot free throws and things of that nature. So that's good. They're going to split 24-24. You still got Jericho Sims that can come in and back up Julius Randle also. You know what I'm saying? So we're stacked, yo. We're stacked. So, I mean, trading certain players away, that doesn't do anything for the bottom line for what's going on with the Knicks. So, I mean, what else you got going on here? No, we need talent. I mean, so Julius Randle. I mean, not Julius Randle. Donovan Mitchell. Is Donovan Mitchell talent? Getting Donovan Mitchell from this trade, whether or not we trade Obi, IQ, Fournier, and draft picks and whatever, you know what I'm saying? That's probably the deal right there. If we make that deal, we're losing talent because we're getting Donovan Mitchell back. So what talent are we losing? In that deal, I don't see us losing Jericho Sims. We didn't lose IQ, but we still got this guy, Deuce McBride. Deuce McBride could be an excellent backup behind Jalen Brunson because we're talking about Jalen's going to play 33, 34 minutes a game. So, you're talking about, what, 10? You're talking about 12 minutes or whatever the hell it is, 12 minutes coming off the bench. So we're worrying about talent. Deuce McBride is a decent backup to what's the name, Jalen Brunson. And then we forgot about Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose is still on the team. So if Derrick Rose is on the team, then Derrick Rose is the backup point guard. Backup guard coming off the bench. And like I said, you still got Quentin Grimes. So that is a solid guard rotation. Once again, Jalen Brunson, Donovan Mitchell off the bench, Derrick Rose, Quentin Grimes with the fifth string is Deuce McBride. So what's the issue there? What's the issue? That is I would dare say that's an elite backcourt. That's an elite backcourt rotation, not just backcourt starting. That's elite backcourt rotation. If something happens to Donovan Mitchell, I believe in Quentin Grimes to start. If something happens to Jalen Brunson, I believe in Derrick Rose to do something. God forbid if Deuce McBride can get there. But if it gets to that point where we got that many injuries, then we're not winning at all, and that has nothing to do with talent. It has everything to do with being healthy. But all things being good, that backcourt is elite. What is there to say? Mitchell Robinson, Isaiah Hartenstein, and Jericho Sims is a more than solid. I'm not going to say elite. It's a more than solid center rotation. Like I said, Jericho Sims could play power forward. Now you're talking about Julius Randle in front court. Now Julius Randle and RJ, those are the guys that you want, right? Nobody wants Julius Randle. Okay, I'll say that. But RJ, we pay RJ. RJ's a small forward now. Okay, so that's a decent front court, whether you like Julius Randle or not. Julius Randle's not gonna, like I said, he's not gonna average 38 minutes a game, and he's not gonna give you 20, 10, and 5 anymore. It's probably gonna be reduced down to maybe 18, 18, 8, and 3. That's what he was doing before, in his first year with the Knicks, and before he got here, he was doing basically, 18, what it was, 8 and 3. So if he could do that, playing, third or fourth, even fourth fiddle, just playing off of the ball where everyone else is creating offense, and he's able to eat off of that, then what the fuck? What the fuck is that? RJ, he averaged 20, whatever. Everybody said whatever. I guarantee that he's going to clean up his act as far as shooting, as far as laying up. I think all those things are going to be cleaned up for next year. So he's probably going to have a phenomenal season, and it's going to live up to the contract that he signed. So I think that's going to be good. So if that's the case, then you're talking about a solid 1-2 at the 4 and the 3 position. So I mean, what more do you want? Like I said, Jericho Sims could play the 4. He could play the 4. You know what I'm saying? So how hard is it to get the backup power forward for the Knicks here? Most people want to see Melo on the team. I can see Melo on the team. This guy, I keep mentioning him. What's my man's name? He has a weird name. Harrell. This guy Harrell, this in Charlotte. He just beat the felony charge. They dropped it down to a misdemeanor, and he's just going to be on probation or whatever. That's what it's going to be. So I mean, the guy's ready to play. Charlotte is already ready to move on to probably sign, that Bridges guy, Miles Bridges. So if a guy that's convicted beating his wife and facing trial and all this other stuff, you know what I'm saying? Then this guy that has a little misdemeanor now, drug possession, he could be signed and be a backup power forward, a backup front court player for the Knicks. Why not? Somebody like that, he has signed a $9 million a year contract, for somebody that should have gotten more. And he basically got thrown to the garbage by Charlotte. So that guy like that is going to be on the scale of a Nerlens Noel. Alec Burks, we're getting like $5 million, for a 1-year deal. That's the type of deal that he's looking to get right now. You know what I'm saying? He's just trying to get into the league. So now if he's looking at this lineup with the Knicks that we could put, I'll put it up on the screen again. We got these guys here. If we could put these guys on the court right now you're talking about adding a Harrell. You know what I'm saying, to this mix? Not even adding nobody else, just sign Harrell. Now you're talking about an elite front court. Julius Randle and RJ, regardless of what anybody says, that is pretty elite as far as what's going on around the league. Julius Randle, top 5 power forward in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? RJ, according to everybody else, is not even listed anywhere. But amongst the fan base, he's like the greatest small forward that ever played the game, right? So if you believe that, then there it goes. So then what else is there to it? Backup small forward, we picked up Rudy Gay, according to those trade rumors. If that's the case, then we got a damn good team. We got a team that could possibly now compete in the playoffs. So then what's the issue? What's the issue with the argument? There is no argument. There really is no argument. So let me see what's going on here. I was picking on Sharice Duncan a little bit here. So I'm talking about the bench. We can't play our starters 40. So I don't know if you're listening. I think you're just waiting to make your takes because I'm listening. For his career, Donovan Mitchell averaged like 34 minutes a game. I don't have to pull up the stats. You can pull it up on your own. 34 minutes per game. You know what I'm saying? Brunson, less than that. I think Brunson's like 29 minutes per game. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, like that can happen. So guys are not going to play 40 minutes a game. Tom Thibodeau is another thing. Like we all know that Tom Thibodeau is a clown, or whatever. But we got to give guys the benefit of the doubt. I'm tired of throwing guys on the bus like that. We got to give some guys some kind of respect out there. So I mean, if Tom Thibodeau can come into next year and believe in his, because now he got the vets that he wants. Everybody are vets now. Everybody's ready to go. So he has the situation that he wants. And like I said, off the bench you got Derrick Rose and you got Quentin Grimes. So the minutes is going to be down, fam. The minutes are going to be down. Part is saying that Grimes could be gone. He could be gone. But listen, if you're going to give away Obi Toppin and quickly, then Grimes can't be in that mix. Because I mean, you add Fournier. Fournier is a decent NBA player. So I mean, you get rid of Fournier, Obi Toppin, and quickly, and you're going to give away draft picks too. That's enough, man. That's enough. You can't put no more in that deal. That should be enough for Utah to get it done. Especially if they're going to make it a 3-team trade and be making all these extra moves and they could get extra draft picks that way. If that's going to happen, then Utah need to just take it or leave it. Because like if enough for nothing, like I mentioned, with all these guys that I'm talking about moving around, if we just stay the way that we are, Obi Toppin is a valuable backup behind Julius. You know what I'm saying? Cam Reddish is a great option behind RJ Barrett. You know what I'm saying? Like what the hell? IQ with Derrick Rose in the backcourt, and then you still got Quentin Grimes if we don't make a trade. What are we talking about here? So it's all ill right now. So Mighty Finesse, I bet you would be Rose Reddish. Yeah, what the hell? I mean, that's if we don't give up Reddish. My thing is, well, yeah, actually, yeah, I did not put Reddish in that deal, right? I didn't put Reddish in the deal, so I don't have it up. But I mean, Reddish wasn't in it, so Reddish is still on the team actually. So fucking shit. There you go. What's up with this backcourt? I mean, this bench. These guys are going to be playing 14 minutes a game. You know what I'm saying? Oh, if you're worried about minutes, because you don't know how to do math, then let them all play 20 minutes a game. Because 48 minus 20 is what? 28. So all the starters are going to play 28 minutes, and all the bench players are going to play 20. Whatever the fuck you want to say. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about you, Mighty Finesse. I'm talking about my homie, what's it, Sharice right here. I'm talking about a young lady here. I'm assuming it's a young lady. So, I mean, listen, 28 minutes for the whole starting lineup and 20 minutes for the bench. Sounds good to me. What the hell? Yeah, man. So, I mean, I don't know here. There's a lot of stuff to piss around the block here. Like, this rumors now, like I said, to RJ to the Lakers. I would be good if we kept Cam Reddish, and then we still got, let's say, like a Rudy Gay or something like that. Cam Reddish and Rudy Gay at the small forward spots is perfect. Well, what else? What else can we say about that? That is a solid small forward spot. It's not like what you want, but if you believe in Cam Reddish and think Cam Reddish is that good, then Cam Reddish should be getting close to the same numbers that RJ was getting. I don't know about rebounding wise, passing and shooting would be better. Defense would be decent still, because Cam Reddish is a good defender. The scoring, I believe in Cam Reddish. He could probably get up close to 18 with this lineup and those 5 guys. I could see him getting 15 points a game with that lineup. That's functional. That's good enough. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. So I mean, that should be it, because a lot of people saying too, after we got Donovan Mitchell, okay, now we can focus on trading Julius Randle. So anyway, that's the once this Donovan Mitchell trade happens and we end up keeping Julius, like I said, this is the main thing. Like this is what everyone should focus on this year. I've been talking over this picture for the longest here, man. But if we get that lineup, then Julius Randle is going to be on everybody's trading block for the trading deadline. So I mean, I wouldn't mind that. Keep Julius Randle in the mix. That if things are not working out, or if there's something that needs to be loosened up or whatever, then Julius Randle is that guy. And he only makes $23 million a year. You know what I'm saying? So if he's not playing well and the numbers are not where it should be, or if it's just a little too clunky, where things are not clicking the way it should be, then Julius Randle could easily be moved. He easily could be moved. Check out a team like Phoenix. I could see Phoenix moving. What's there? They got Cameron Johnson. They can move him to the power forward spot, and they still can keep Mikal Bridges over there. So they'll be fine with that. But let's say if this guy Cam Johnson, I might even finish talking about him. Cam Johnson, yeah, it would be nice to trade him for whatever. But listen, let's say if Cam Johnson is not showing, is still off the bench and not really showing that he could play power forward or whatever, then that's the deal. Send Julius Randle to Phoenix. They got DeAndre Ayton. They still got Mikal Bridges. They got CP3, and they got the other kid, the shooting guard over there. So I mean, they'll be good. Adding a guy that used to be MVP candidate for 1 year, bubble season, whatever. All-star, somebody like that they can add to the squad. There's an upgrade. That's good. because you're talking about a guy like Cam Johnson was coming off the bench. So if Cam Johnson is coming off the bench, then that's the move there. You know, it's it's nothing crazy, nothing too crazy here. I'm just looking through what you guys are saying. So yeah, man. So what else is the big issue here? What's the big issue here tonight? Yeah, Tibbs is a clown. What's the big news? What are people talking about? What do you guys want to talk about? I'm just giving it up to you guys tonight for the chat. Like I said, I apologize for not have starting on time because like I said, we were supposed to do this podcast the other day, and that's why I did the FIBA podcast talking about the European Knicks. I did that in 2 seconds, put it together in 2 seconds, and I talked about the European Knicks and FIBA basketball with the European qualifying for the Olympics. I did that. That was the other day. We were supposed to do this podcast with State that day, so I had to change it. We ended okay, we'll do it Wednesday. No, first it was Monday, then it was Tuesday, then it was Wednesday. Okay, Wednesday at 8. Now Wednesday at 8 comes. All right, make it 8:45. Now then at 8:45 became 9, and then 9:20. I still didn't get no response. Like I said, my phone just died, so I don't even know if it's hitting me up or whatever, man. So I mean, that's the reason why I came on. So I mean, I already had it set up, and guys were already in the chat talking to each other. So I say, hey, I had to pop up in here to give my thoughts here. Knicks were looking at Crowder. I mean, Crowder is a journeyman at this point of his career. Crowder is old now. Crowder's got to be like 30 something. Let me look up Crowder. I'll just say it like this. Crowder, Jay Crowder. So we got Jay Crowder. How old is Jay Crowder? Jay Crowder is like a freaking mystery. He's 32. So I mean, he's 32. What the hell? He just turned 32 in July 6th. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, he's old now. So I mean, he still be viable coming off the bench. You know what I'm saying? But he's not somebody that I would trade Julius Randle to keep, to get Jay Crowder, put Jay Crowder in the spot. That's not. I don't know if that's an upgrade. Is that an upgrade? I don't know, man. Yeah. I don't know what's going on. So I mean, yeah, I can open up the phone lines if anybody wants to do phone calls and stuff like that. I can do the phone calls real quick. Take a couple phone calls. For those that know the number, I don't know if I shut it down for the moment because I don't want guys calling me after hours and shit. But this is the phone call here, the phone number here. Like I said, if anybody that doesn't mind getting on, live stream too, man, I'll send you the live stream thing as well. But anyway, if anybody wants to call in, go ahead. Let's do that. We'll get this thing popping here. So just doing it randomly. Yeah, man. How do you guys like the Die Hard has a friend segment? I've been doing Die Hard has a friend just to get just to talk to my favorite podcasters that I've been able to make time for because I broke my toe. That's the only reason why I'm able to do so many podcasts. I did like 2 today. This is the third one I did today. Whenever I have the time all day when I'm not running errands and stuff like that, I'm able to get those these podcasts out. I have a lot of ideas, but like I said, I'm a working man. I got kids and stuff like that. So I don't really have all the time in the world to be doing everything that I want to do. But it is what it is, man. Like I said, my phone is dying too, man. So if anybody want to pop in, if you happen to call, man, you might get cut off because I did not charge my phone. But it is what it is, man. Yeah, man. So I mean, what do you guys think about that shit? Also too, like I was talking about it earlier today on the pod, the retired numbers. Everyone keeps talking about Melo, retire Melo's number. People want to retire Oakley's number. They want to retire Houston's number. But there's guys from the 40s, 50s, and 60s that they've been waiting all this time that are in the Hall of Fame but don't have their number retired. This guy, Bill Russell, died. After he died, then the league retires his number. What the hell is that? Right after he died? It's crazy. That's crazy to me. That's crazy. So I mean, what happens if Jordan dies? They're gonna do the same thing. They're gonna retire 23 around the league after Jordan passes away. This is crazy, man. Punch says retire number 30. I don't know if that means put Julius Randle to rest or what. But I mean, I was one of those guys too that was like, that we probably should retire Bernard King, but that's like my younger self really saying that because I look up to Bernard King. He's the reason why I'm a Knicks fan, but he was only a Knick for like 3 years, man. And he was hurt for half of one of them, You know what I'm saying? So he did average 30 something points a game. He did battle Larry Bird for the MVP a couple years. For the culture at the time, you had to be there because it was definitely a heavy black and white thing, a racial thing going on with that thing. Bernard King had the better numbers at the time of the pick, but they gave it to Larry Bird. You know what I'm saying? So that's how good Bernard King was for that little stretch when he was with the Knicks, man. You know what I'm saying? Then he came back and still made the All Star game. He made the All Star game. After he recovered from the ACL, changed his game and everything. Came back with a whole different game. Wasn't posting up, wasn't fast breaking as much. He ended up turning into a whole different player, man. Yeah, Ewing's number is retired. Canal. He's up there. I had posted it earlier. I did a whole pod on a retired number. So for anybody who's interested, please go check it out. Because that was pretty dope. But there's guys like Richie Guerin and a couple guys there. So I mean, like I'm saying, please on your spare time, go check out the pod that I did earlier. It's called I forgot what I called it, but it's basically the retired Knicks. You'll see the black and white pictures of the guys there. There's also I forgot the guy Willie whatever, I forgot his name, man. But I mean he's like one of the first black superstars in Knicks history, and his number's not retired for the Knicks. It's crazy. It's a lot of crazy history out there with the Knicks that just it just drives me crazy how people get so hyped up about stuff that's happening now, but there's so much stuff in every era that was hyped up about certain things. So it makes me wonder that did Richie Guerin rub people the wrong way during that time period? Some of the other guys during their time period, that's the reason why their numbers are not retired. It's weird. Melo is a favorite player, but look at Melo's numbers. Melo deserves his number to be retired, but before Melo gets it retired, these old guys need to get their numbers retired too because they deserve it. Put the numbers up there because the Knicks are one of the original franchise and they need to get up there definitely. Willis Reed is there. What you saying, Kareem? I said earlier that we need to walk of fame. Yeah, man, you was in the chat. I remember that. Yeah, we definitely need a walk of fame. We need like a walk of fame that's similar to the Yankees. Set the precedent because, like I said, we were an original franchise, so we should have a place where Knicks fans could walk through, especially at least in the garden, where we could walk through and touch the plaques and stuff like that of great players and read a little bit about it, like a Hall of Fame or whatever. We're a story franchise. We shouldn't be the last ones to do things. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Yeah, I appreciate you guys, man. When we get a chip number 7 getting retired, we'll see. I think Melo's coming. But this whole situation with Donovan Mitchell got to clear up. I know like a bunch of you guys. I know you guys are sick of it. I don't want to talk about RJ Barrett's contract being signed and all this. And I'm getting sick and tired of the Donovan Mitchell trade debate. Right now, I like the team that is currently constituted. You know what I'm saying? That's currently situated. I enjoy this team. And I'm eager to see some of these guys show improve next year. But if there is a deal to be made, then it needs to be made. Now, here's the thing. I totally forgot about it, but the freaking Labor Day is in 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, and it's in 5 days, right? Labor Day is it's like 5 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I mean, if they don't get this trade done before Friday, then what are we doing here? It needs to be done before Friday because most people are going to be going out on their vacation and stuff, especially NBA players. Like I don't have time to be worrying about a trade and stuff like that if I'm at the beach or something hanging out with my family. So I mean, I'm quite sure Leon Rose and all these guys and everybody that's involved in this trade, I'm quite sure they don't want to be like Danny Ainge don't want to be sitting in Salt Lake City when he could be in the beach somewhere chilling. I'm quite sure that's what's going on. They don't want to be sitting in the office or whatever, worrying about making sure they get service or be there in time for a meeting. They want to do their thing. They want to have fun. It's Labor Day. It's a national holiday. This is like the last really good holiday before the temperature changes and everybody goes back to school and everything is cold out there in most of the country. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, we definitely got to get rid of that. Me and State was saying August 30th. So it is a coincidence that August 30th, RJ did get that contract because it's just saying that there was a real deadline. August 30th was the deadline before they decided to make a move before making an extension and stuff like that. So I mean, Leon Rose said, "Listen, fuck it, extension is there. Deal with it now. Stop playing around. That's the end of it. They waited all summer. They could have been signed RJ." But they decided to sign RJ now because, like, yo, man, we're getting close to the beginning of the season. Cut the bullshit already. We signed them. Now figure it out. You already know what to do. You're the smartest guy in the world. Danny Ainge, you think you're so smart. So now figure it out. We already told you what we're gonna give you, in the trade. So now figure it out. Now you got to figure out the third team and all the other bullshit that you want involved in the trade. So that's what I think the energy that Leon Rose is giving off. Because I mean, like I said, I'm tired of it. I know they gotta be tired of it because it don't take that long to do that. We could have been closed on a house by now. We could have been closed on a house by now. You hear what I'm saying? I could have adopted a child. You know what I'm saying? I could have adopted a child in less time than they're negotiating in this. Like I could have got a whole background check and everything, and then went through training already and been working in sanitation by now, or something like that. Or I would be almost damn near finished with the freaking police department thing with all this BS. It's like garbage. It's not that serious. You know what I'm saying? You don't go to a car dealership. Hey, what's going on here? Is the car still for sale? Yeah, it's for sale. All right, I'll give you $20 for it. Nah, man, it's 40,000. What are you talking about? All right, I'll be back. And then we come back. Hey, man, can we get that car for $20? Nah, man, get the fuck out of here. The car's 46,000, bro. You ain't got no credit. You ain't got nothing. Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Once you get the goods and stuff like that, then you come in and buy the car. Stop wasting people's time. And don't put it out there and put Google comments, and try to give them bad stars, because it's disrespectful, this, that, and the other. That's what people do. They go there broke and can't get a good deal on the car, so then they go to the Google comments, or they go to Yelp and give them bad reviews. It's crazy, man. That's essentially what's going on with Danny Ainge. Man, fuck Danny Ainge, bro. Shout out to Joe Curry. Let me see, Donovan Mitchell that much better than who we're giving the answer to. Listen, man, Donovan Mitchell has one of the highest scoring averages in playoff history. You know what I'm saying? When it comes down to it, the ball's in his hands, he's going to get buckets. When the ball's in his hands, he's going to get buckets. If he comes to the Knicks, right, the key to that is this five. The key to that is having this five around him. If Donovan Mitchell is there, that means you cannot double anywhere. You cannot double Brunson. You know what I'm saying? You cannot double Julius. You can't double anybody. If you double team Julius, look who's around. You know what I'm saying? If you double any of these guys, if they double off of Mitchell Robinson, excuse me, that's why you put this guy in there, Hardenstein. Hardenstein comes in there, he can hit the jump shot. You know what I'm saying? Hardenstein could put the ball on the floor and make the pass. You know what I'm saying? So, not for nothing. This is what we said about Kemba Walker and Fournier. When those guys came in, because theoretically, if Kemba Walker was close to who he's been his whole career, then it wouldn't be such a bad deal. And if Fournier didn't have such a bad beginning of the season, it wouldn't have been such a bad deal. But now we're not talking about that no more. Now we're talking about a prime Brunson, and we're talking about a prime Donovan Mitchell. You can even argue that both of these guys are not even in their prime yet. And they're already great players already. You know what I'm saying? So this is a different scenario. It's a totally different scenario. So I mean, is Donovan Mitchell worth all of this trouble? Yes, he is. He's worth the trouble. You know what I'm saying? But is Danny Ainge worth the trouble? No, he's not. And like I said, like it comes down to it. Like sometimes, like I said, I told Hardwell, shout out to Hardwell, great dude. You know what I'm saying? We had to have cross paths before because we actually were in the hood at the same time, so we definitely probably cross paths. I probably looked a little different at the time. You know what I'm saying? But he would just I don't know, man. It's just ridiculous. It's just a ridiculous conversation here with this stuff here. So anyway, I forgot what I was saying actually. This Mitchell talk has been going on for since June, man. But the rumors started from Shams, and it wasn't over anything solid. It was like, I think sources telling me that they're talking. Hey, where the sources are picked up again, they're talking again. Oh, the latest deal that the Knicks talk. Like, where are they getting the information from? It's all lies, man. It's all lies. Yeah, a midget small forward. I'm shooting guard. It's never a good look. Hey, in Utah they was doing good there, 50-win games. They with him and Conley, they both for the same size. Donovan Mitchell doesn't play his size. He has a lot of athleticism. His arms are extremely long too. 6'10" wingspan, like Mighty Finesse is saying. So it makes it a little bit different. And you can see Mitchell Robinson could not Mitchell Robinson. Donovan Mitchell could jump from the damn near the foul line, definitely the dotted line. He's jumping from the dotted line, banging it on quick. You know what I'm saying? So that's a little bit different there. Yeah, man. So we need one more star after the Mitchell trade. So Mighty Finesse. So I kind of get there. I'm there with you. Like I said, I already said as soon as this is made, then maybe Julius Randle will be the odd man out. Maybe even Mitchell Robinson. You know what I'm saying? So because we already have replacements for either one, but adding these guys to a package, we might be able to get like a major star or something like that, or just maybe able to flip it for something a little better for the team. So the thing is, if there is another deal to be made, then who is it for? Who would we be going after? That's the thing. I see a couple other people talking about it too. So who are we going after? Who's the next star we going after? So I mean, I think in like 2 years, there's a couple guys in free agency and stuff like that. But I don't want to talk about 2 years. I want like when did we start winning today? But at the same time, there has to be somebody that we're looking at. Now I'm quite sure. Like I have a bulletin board in front of me. I have a bunch of stuff in front of me on the bottom here, just keeping notes of things that I'm doing and stuff. So I'm quite sure Leon Rose and them, they have a whole battle board and stuff. Of what they can do now and what they're looking forward to doing in the future. So I'm quite sure a couple guys got their heads circled, on the board. There's probably a couple things up there that they've been already researched. I'm quite sure because Leon Rose used to be an agent on Worldwide West, is affiliated with everybody. So I'm quite sure they had conversations with the people that they had underneath them that they brought into the game on the CAA. I'm quite sure people are having conversations and stuff where if the dominoes fall, that they could work it out where certain guys can make their way to the Knicks. But that doesn't work unless the Knicks can prove that they can win. So, regardless if we get this Donovan Mitchell trade or not, we still have to prove that we can win. If we can't prove that we can win, not only this year, but also next year as well, then nobody's coming here. Like people might say, okay, listen, okay, they won in the bubble, or last year was a little blip. They had a little problems, due to injury. You could blame it on Derrick Rose and this, that, and the other. But then like this year, now we're stacked. We have a lot of guys. The guys are coming up, getting better. So there's no excuse. So we should be able to win next year, regardless of whatever we do. What I'm saying? So if we do win, now it puts things into rotation. How do we win? When the Knicks won that year in the bubble, we weren't necessarily dominant. Like we started off slow. We went on a winning streak a little bit. When we just kind of up and down and stuff, but we did enough to get us to to have a decent record, to be like the was it the fourth seed, right? The almighty fourth seed, like State says, right? So I mean, we did enough to get there. So I mean, if the Knicks could prove the season where they consistently winning, and you could see that the Knicks are a team, rather than okay, they're doing good or they're not doing good, or they're doing good, they're not doing good, it changed up a little bit. They have to keep it consistent where you could see where the power is coming from. If they can show that, then I think that's what's gonna open up the floodgates, or maybe like the back door for the Knicks to make that next move and stuff. So that's what I'm thinking. So I see Carlton Vincent here. I can picture what the New York Knicks would do as a team season with the team as a team season coming. I get you, but I can't picture as a team with Donovan Mitchell because we will lose about 3 players. But I mean, that's what I keep saying that, Carlton. I keep putting this picture up here because the picture is worth 1,000 words. Like we're gonna give up 3 players, but what does that have to do with the starting lineup? We give up those 3 players, and this is the starting lineup right there. So we're not playing 8. It's not 8-on-5 or 8-on-8. We're playing 5-on-5. So we give up 3 players, and we get Donovan Mitchell. Okay. Even after that trade, like I said, we still have guys that are in the mix because in the trade that I was mentioning when they were talking about the 3-team trade with the Lakers, Cam Reddish wasn't even in the deal. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, even if Cam Reddish is in the deal, we're able to get other players like I forgot the guy's name, but there's a couple young players the Lakers have, that we can get over there. We're talking about bench guys that are only going to play 15 minutes, the most 15, maybe 20, coming off the bench and stuff like that. So those guys are a dime a dozen, man. There's a few players that we could pick up that could fill in those little bench minutes. Bench players are important. You need guys that they're going to be able to produce coming off the bench. But if you ain't got no starting lineup, then what the fuck are we talking about? I'm not talking about the bench. Oh man, we don't got nobody on the bench. But what about the starters? We up until this point, we haven't had the starters yet. We haven't had starters yet. So now after this trade, we have the starters now. We have a decent backup center. We still got Derrick Rose on the team. Like I said, Quentin Grimes, somebody has to be there still. So Quentin Grimes might still be there. I mean, I already been down that rabbit hole with that already, man. So it is what it is. Spider plays a lot like D Wade, yes. D Wade was like 6'4", really short for a shooting guard. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't shoot the three, and then as his athleticism went down, he wasn't able to explode as much because D Wade was too heavy. That's the problem with D Wade. But Donovan Mitchell, I don't think it's like that. I think Donovan Mitchell will still be that guy, going forward because that jump shot, he still has a jump shot, decent jump shot. So I think that is going to go a long way as well, just for like I say, once his game starts changing. But like I said, if we got Quentin Grimes and Quentin Grimes is on the come up, if Donovan Mitchell declines, then we just got Quentin Grimes to take his spot. You know what I'm saying? Or just time moves on. Time moves on, something else becomes available, and we can make a move then. But there's no injury risks with Donovan Mitchell. There's nothing crazy like that, so there's nothing really to worry about. Jalen Brown is another guy there. But you talk about Jalen Brown. Jalen Brown plays the same position as Donovan Mitchell. He plays the same position as RJ. So that's where he will go, either the shooting guard or the small forward. So what are we doing there? We just signed RJ to the major contract. So if we don't trade RJ in this deal for Donovan Mitchell and RJ's here, then what are we getting Jalen Brown for? They'll come off the bench. At that point, we're probably going to sign Jalen Brown for a lot more money than we sign any of these guys. So does that mean RJ goes to the bench? It's just a weird argument. It's just a very weird argument. Defensive wings, yes, defensive wings. 3-and-D guys. That's the name of the game. Bench guys have to be 3-and-D. Because you have no use in the NBA nowadays if you can't play defense or shoot the three coming off the bench. That's it. So I mean, Wiggins definitely will be there. But like I said, if we got Donovan Mitchell and RJ, what we need Wiggins for? What's Wiggins gonna do? Because he plays those positions. So Ian Bagley. So before I read, shout out to Matos. I appreciate you, Matos. So according to Ian Bagley, right? So Ian Bagley is another guy. He's like a mouthpiece to the Knicks. So let's say if Berman says something stupid, whatever, it's not validated until Bagley comes behind him and says, okay, I verified that thing there. Or like if Shams says something, and if Bagley doesn't say something behind Shams, then it's not true. Bagley is like the gatekeeper for what's fake and what's not. So I give Bagley that. I actually like Bagley a lot. I actually like Bagley a lot. He's one of the few beat writers that I respect because he sticks to giving the news rather than trying to get the clicks and stuff like that. So I feel like Bagley, just like Alan Hahn used to be. I feel like these guys are like an extension of us. So shout out to Ian Bagley. The Jazz are seeking 3 unprotected. Yeah, I mean, we've been talking about that too. But there was a point where they were saying that they wanted 6 draft picks. All these different rumors from people they're saying whatever. Because I mean, listen, if it was up to 3 unprotected draft picks, I think the Knicks are giving that. You know what I'm saying? If it came down to 3 unprotected draft picks, I think the Knicks are gonna give 3 unprotected draft picks. So I don't think that's the issue. If the rumor was the Jazz were asking for that, I wouldn't put it past them. But they want more than that. So I don't think it's just the simple fact that we won't give them 3 unprotected. I think we'll give them 3 unprotected, draft picks. I think we'll do that. Because it's like, yo, fuck you. You want the 3 unprotected, take down 3 unprotected. But it's the extra shit that he wants too, because he wants that. Danny Ainge obviously wants the picks plus all of our young players. It's not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. Because if it was gonna happen, it would have happened already. So Kevin Went, what's good, Kevin Went? Yeah, I appreciate guys that have a picture of themselves there, man, because it kind of gives it feels like I'm talking to you. So Eru, we should bypass this year on Donovan and go for Booker next year. Yeah, yo, I'm with it too, because I'm saying like right now as currently constituted, right, we're still good because RJ would be the 2. If we don't make this trade, I got RJ as a 2. Who's the 3? I can stick Cam Reddish there. Fournier's still on the roster, 3-point shooter, 6'8". He could be a backup 3. He could be a backup 2. I'm good with that. Quentin Grimes could do the same thing. According to Metro, Quentin Grimes can play 3 or the 4. According to 3 or the 2 coming off the bench, and we're good with that. You want to talk about having wings? We got enough wings at that point with the way that we're currently constituted. You know what I'm saying? So we could bypass on Donovan Mitchell and just go for Devin Booker. Another guy too, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. I made a podcast about that, Donovan versus Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. So I mean, ever since I made that podcast, there's been a couple of workout videos where Shea Gilgeous-Alexander was doing this, popping a lot of junk while he's playing these one-on-one stuff, and actually doing a lot of moves that I never really noticed him doing. He likes to slow drive it, and then make little subtle movements to the basket. So he was doing that in some of these workouts, but I feel like he definitely refined it, got a little stronger, and now it's to the point where he's talking his junk now. So he's not acting like a Canadian, a nice Canadian. Now he's a little chirping a little bit in his Canadian voice. So it is what it is with that. So I like the name here, CAA Mafia. It's definitely brand new. So it's good here. We should give up 3 unprotected. Easy, man, easy. Definitely. When I say easy, I'm like easily we can give 3 unprotected. We locked up RJ. We signed Spider. Um, yeah, I'm taking my chances too. I'm giving it up. I'm thinking that too. Sharice. I'm not exactly sure. Did he sign a max deal? I think he did. So that might be a little off, but I think he might be talking about waiting for like the next maybe next year or the next 2 years, because time flies, man. I think he signed a 5-year deal, so I mean it might be something going on with that where like maybe in 2 years might be talking maybe 2 seasons, counting next season and the season after probably going after Devin Booker. Devin Booker is a part of the whole CAA family with the are you a CAA freaking ghost account, or whatever? This is Leon Rose. You know what I'm saying? Because getting Devin Booker and stuff like that, he's like close friends with Leon Rose. So that could be a possibility. Yeah, man. So Lakers want Cam. Yeah, Lakers do want Cam. So I mean, like I said, I didn't prepare for the podcast, man, because I was, just like I said, this was states babies. Whatever state wanted to do, I was gonna go off for whatever state wanted to talk about. So but here we are, 57 minutes in. I'm freestyling here by myself, just talking to you guys. It's good that you guys pop in the chat that we can just communicate with each other, because I haven't done that in a while. I haven't really just sat and talked to the chat in a while. Let's say my phone died, guys, man. So I don't know if anybody called in and stuff like that. But I'll catch you next time. I'll be more prepared or whatever, to freestyle, to do whatever. So shout out to Trilogy. It's good Trilogy music. I like that music. That reminds me of the murder music with Mobb Deep. Yeah, man, it's a nice starting lineup. What else you got going? They got Manchild was good. See, Danny Ainge wants us to leave with no wings. Yeah, he wants to decimate the Knicks, man. Fuck you, Danny Ainge. Fuck, keep it like that. With all due respect. Yeah, E. Gibson, open Rick Bunsen helps on the D. Pause. But when it comes to that, see, all right, how about this? All right, like defense, right? Everybody says we need defense. The guy can't defend this, that, and the other. But at the same time, like we have, like if we get this lineup, right? I'm gonna put it on the screen again. If we get this lineup together here, who cares about locking other teams up? This is not the '90s. Everybody's quick to say that when you make those takes, right? It's not the '90s, okay? But let's live by the sword. It's not the '90s. So I mean, you could function. We got Tom Thibodeau as the coach. He's a defensive guru. He can get things together defensive wise. You know what I'm saying? So so he'll be able to get us, because we weren't the worst defensive team last year. We were about middle of the pack. So if we could be a middle of the pack defensive team, maybe a little bit better with the athletes that we have. You know what I'm saying? Now we're talking about an improved offense, because last year our offense was worse than our defense. So if we can get our offense better than the mediocre defense, now you're talking about a perennial playoff team. Now you're talking about a top playoff team in the East now. So I mean, what are we talking about here with the defense? You get what I'm saying? So I mean, there's need to be like I don't know. People draw lines in the sand, and they want to have 10 takes and go with all 10, just so they can cover all bases and be right at all times. And if you say something, anything, they're ready to chop you up because they got all bases covered. My thing is like, get us a good solid team together, and then we can go forward. I was talking to Hardwill. I forgot what I was saying before about Hardwill, but I was talking about Hardwill. As long as we can do this, shout out to Patrick Ewing. When Patrick Ewing first got here, we had a couple losing seasons because they were trying to figure out how to get it to work with Ewing. Ewing surprised everybody and became an offensive player. A shout out to Rick Pitino. Rick Pitino came in here, coming from the college, was able to communicate with the young guys, whatever. We had Gerald Wilkins, we had Patrick Ewing, we had Johnny Newman. We had Ross Strickland, we had Trent Tucker, we had a bunch of guys. We were the bomb squad. All of a sudden, we started winning. How does that happen? We get a group of guys together, young guys, whatever. This and the other. If it was this era with Twitter and everything, that everyone always got something wild to say, then people would have been crying, "Yo, why are we gonna trade Johnny Newman? We need to sign him. We need to give him a $15 million, 15-year contract and this and the other. I'm not never trading him. Who's gonna play D? What I'm saying? Mark Jackson was a point guard too. So if we did that, then the Knicks would never moved forward. You know what I'm saying? Because after Johnny Newman, because if people were crying about Johnny Newman turned into what do you want to call Xavier McDaniel. So if we would have been crying about Johnny Johnny Newman, because I'm quite sure plenty of people were crying about it. Oh, he's young. We should have kept him. Yo, what the fuck is going on? And then out of nowhere we get X-Man. Oh shit, we got X-Man. He's like the best player that we ever had. Yeah, but you forget that you was capping for Johnny Newman before. But now we got X-Men. Nobody's worrying about Johnny Newman. Same thing happens. We lose Johnny Newman, and then we end up making a trade and get Charles Smith. Oh man, we got Charles Smith. What the fuck? But we still doing this while everybody's crying, right? And then with Charles Smith that nobody wanted, we ended up going to the finals with him playing small forward. So it is what it is. I mean, I'm giving you. I don't know about facts, but I'm giving you history. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know your history, then you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. That's straight like that. You know what I'm saying? So right now, Ewing is the same thing as a RJ and a Julius Randle, not at the caliber. I'm talking about the path. Right now we're on the path. We got if we make this trade or not, we still here. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't make Donovan Mitchell, like somebody said, we can go after Devin Booker. You know what I'm saying? If you don't get Devin Booker, we can get Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. You know what I'm saying? If that doesn't happen, we can get somebody else down the line. But meanwhile, we're doing this. Somebody comes off, somebody pops in, like that, and we can progressively get better as a franchise. That's what we need. That should be the goal. That should be the goal. Progressively get better as a franchise. You know what I'm saying? So you could be in the mix to make any move that you need to make to get to where you need to go, which was the '94 finals. You know what I'm saying? We kind of got away from the offensive stuff, turned into a defensive team and locked teams up, and that was just the era. 80-point games, 90-point games in the finals and that type of thing. You know what I'm saying? But we was able to get to the finals, banged everybody out. Jordan was retired, okay, whatever. But during that time, the league was just a defensive league, and the Knicks were bullying teams, bro. You know what I'm saying? But we can't get there. We can't get to '94 to the finals without the Knicks staying on the path. And not everybody can go. Not everybody can go. That's what needs to be said. Not everybody can make that trip. To go where we need to go, we might need a couple pieces. RG might need to stay. Maybe Brunson might need to stay. Maybe Brunson later, like in 2 years, he might get traded. Maybe Donovan Mitchell might be the guy that stays. But something needs to happen where the team is at least doing this. We can't be we trade this guy. We trade this guy. Oh my God. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. And then like I said, after that, once we get to the finals, it doesn't stop, because if you compare the 1994 team to the '99 team, John Starks got traded for Sprewell. Nobody in their right mind thought that was ever going to happen. But you got to have a good player to trade for another good player. So John Starks is kind of like on a downside of his team, of his career. Sprewell just finished choking the shit out of his coach. So just give me John Starks and you can have this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be in the mix to do that. The Knicks were just in the finals with these players. You know what I'm saying? We traded Anthony Mason for Larry Johnson. You know what I'm saying? Anthony Mason ended up going to an All-Star game after the Larry Johnson trade. You know what I'm saying? But that didn't mess up the Knicks. So, oh my God, because Anthony Mason was my favorite player. Getting rid of Anthony Mason hurt me. You know what I'm saying? But we traded him for Larry Johnson. So okay, cool. I could be a fan of Anthony Mason on another team, but I could see my team still doing this because it did happen because we went from finals in '94 to 5 years later, '99, going to the finals again. You know what I'm saying? What happened with that after that is that the Ewing trade set us so far off track. Because we were like this. Trading Ewing for an alcoholic Vin Baker and for Glenn Rice only with one leg and this, that, and the other, and then signing Othello Harrington and Clarence Weatherspoon and all that. What the fuck? Now instead of doing this, we started sliding off the face of the earth, and we slid and continued to slid for like 15 straight years until we got Amari Stoudemire and Melo and all these guys. So I know. I went on a rant. I forgot about you guys for a second in the chat, But I mean, it is what it is. Yo, shout out to Marvin, man. I was just thinking about you today, actually. I was thinking about you. It was good, man. Like I said, my phone is off, man. I don't feel like hooking up the computer with the stuff here. But it is what it is. I know for I don't need anybody to tell me if I'm speaking facts. I know I'm absolutely speaking complete facts, man. What you talking about? Boulevard, Ebro. What you think about OG? OG from Toronto. Yo, don't be surprised. Like, don't be surprised if OG, like say Toronto's a wild card, because for some reason they want to get rid of OG. So if they get rid of OG, not for some reason, because they obviously got the what do you call it, the rookie of the year, right? So if OG he can get traded for Donovan Mitchell, easy. Toronto is at a position where they just came from the finals not too long ago. So them getting a Donovan Mitchell all of a sudden sets them up again. Because right now the Toronto Raptors are kind of doing this. They're not necessarily doing this. They're kind of doing this because I think they missed the playoffs one year or whatever, but then they still come back. Whatever. So them trading OG in a package to get Donovan Mitchell over there, that might actually make them set up. But then again, they have certain guys over there. Like I can't think of my man's name. He's a junior. Gary Trent Jr. is over there at shooting guard. Gary Trent could easily go back to the bench and Donovan could start, and whatever. Now that'll make them really good, man. That'll make them really, really good. So that's what's up, man. So CAA Mafia, I like you talking, man. I like all the stuff you're saying here. Grimes and OB, Grimes and IQ. If you move IQ, then we train Randle. Yeah, man, it's a beautiful thing. But like I said, none of this happens without Leon Rose, and shout out to Scott Perry. Scott Perry stayed here for the ride. He was able to set the table for Leon Rose and stuff. And he is the assistant GM, and we are staying the same path that Scott Perry set for us. So shout out to Scott Perry as well. Shout out to Scott Perry because he's definitely a big part of this whole thing. Yeah, man. Derek Harper. Yeah, I saw Derek Harper was on the Knicks fan TV show. Like I said, I don't have time to watch other people's shows, man. Because like I said, it takes away from my thought process, man. I had 2 shows today that came out of my ass, and I wouldn't have had time to do that if I was sitting up watching those damn shows. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, listen, man, I get it. Guys are they are hungry for content and stuff like that. But as a content creator, that now I become somebody that's putting out content. That's the reason why I can't really sit and watch other people's shows because I got to create my own stuff. I have my own ideas and stuff like that I want to put out for myself that I think you guys would enjoy. I don't really necessarily care about what's going on with the likes or what's going on with the views and stuff because I think those things take care of itself. YouTube would always bounce it back or whatever. But it's all about having fun. I'm having a great fucking time. Like I said, I broke my toe, and I have so much time on my hands. If I don't have anything to do with the kids or in between time, if everybody's chilling, if they're doing something else, then I can have time to do something like this, man. Tomorrow, I probably won't be able to jump on as much. I have a lot of things to do tomorrow to catch up. Me and the kids, we're going to try to get, the last bit of fun out for the summer before Labor Day because next week the kids go back to school. So that's going to be another thing too, man. So after the kids go to school and stuff, me and my wife going to be doing our thing too. To try to spend the last few weeks that I have while I'm healing, because that's a process too. So I broke a bone. You know what I'm saying? So I have to get certain plateaus to see, if I can get whatever. So I can't have no setbacks, bro. Listen, because I'm saying this YouTube shit ain't paying the bills. You know what I'm saying? So I can't have no setbacks. I got to be able to get back to work and stuff too, man. So things will change, man. So I appreciate guys that are coming in enjoying this stuff. But I won't be able to pump these pods as much as I am doing now. So that's why I'm trying to get this stuff out now, which is great, man. So like I said, I appreciate all the support. Right now, there's 80 people in the chat. I really appreciate you guys for hanging out, seeing what's going on. It's dope, man. Today I'm basically giving back to you guys, giving back to the chat, because like I said, with all the guests that I've been having on lately, and then just me and Stay going back and forth, I haven't really had a chance to really give back to you guys and really and go back and forth with your comments and stuff. So anyway, let's read this thing. Derek Harper said it best in regards to the small backcourt. Yeah. Dumars and Thomas. Don't forget about this guy, Vinny Johnson too. Shout out to Vinny Johnson. My dad actually grew up with Vinny Johnson. For anybody who wants to believe that, what's his name? Vinny Johnson is from Bushwick. He grew up over there on the projects over there by what do you call granite, the whatever those projects are called. I think it's Bushwick houses. That's where Vinny Johnson is from. So my pops grew up with him over there. You know what I'm saying? Bushwick houses, and they grew up together and stuff like that. He went on to do his thing in college and stuff like that. And next thing you know, he's in the NBA. And my pops, lost track of him and stuff. But shout out to Vinny Johnson because I think his company is worth like almost millions, like billions of dollars. He's like he works with the automotive industry, building parts and stuff. So shout out to Vinny Johnson. So it wasn't just a small backcourt with Isaiah Thomas and Dumars. Vinny Johnson was a big part of those championship runs over there in Detroit. So as I'm saying that, like if you want to say Isaiah Thomas is Brunson and Dumars is Donovan Mitchell, add on to Derrick Rose coming off the bench to beat Vinny Johnson. Aha. Quentin Grimes too coming off the bench to be the snipers, shooting and stuff like that. So I mean, it was written. It was written, man. That the Knicks might be onto something here. So like I said, don't get too upset or hyped up about certain things, but just understand what's happening, man. Because the NBA has been around for a long time. 1940, I want to say 48, right? Or 40, whatever it is, 46 or something like that. Definitely 1940 something. The NBA has been going on. I believe it's 46, right? So it's been going on that long. You know what I'm saying? So there's been so much history, so much stuff that's been repeated. Basketball is still 5 man on 5 man, ain't but so much you could do differently in the game. Whatever. The 3-point shot has changed a lot, but you want to talk about modern basketball, it's not really nothing different what's going on here. It really has to do with the referees and how they call the game now, in each era. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, basketball is basketball. So things come back around, so just be prepared for it. Don't be too upset if you lose your current favorite player. Because like I said, people were capping hard for Johnny Newman. People were crying about losing X-Men. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, we in the finals. So the people that were crying about X-Men and Johnny Newman, were they crying in '94 when we made it to the finals? They were more focused on John Starks, right? Because he went, 2 for or 17 or 3 for 17, whatever it was. You know what I'm saying? They weren't even thinking about X-Men at the time. Oh, we should have kept X-Men. Maybe we would have did whatever. But I mean, if we really kept X-Men, then other things wouldn't have happened. The Knicks probably would have went like this, because I think 2 years after X-Men got traded away from the Knicks, he had a bad back and never was the same. After the Knicks lost Johnny Newman, I think Johnny Newman was out the league after a while. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Things happen for a reason. You just got to remain positive and just trust the process and just watch how what things happen and see the out, see what's going to happen, and just enjoy, man. Shout out to Trav B Ryan. Hey Trav, man, I got to hit you up, about getting on that. Die Hard Has a Friend, man. If you're interested, man. So he drops $4.99. He can't even put the extra penny in there. What the hell's going on with that? So anyway, I'm just kidding, man. I appreciate you, Trav, Brian. Yo, Travis is a superstar, man. You guys talk to him like he ain't shit on Twitter, man. You got to give this guy some respect here, man. You made up that graphic with the starting five. Fantastic forecast is going to be announced. So yeah, I know, man. I'm tuning in for that stuff. I'm really a Marvel fan, big time Marvel fan. Basketball, hip hop, culture, philosophy, thinking, and stuff like that. Marvel and the Knicks and all this other stuff. All that stuff is intertwined within my thought process, man. So, that's who I am really when it comes to all this, man. So thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you, man. Like I said, man, let's chop it up, man. I'll hit you up in the DMs or whatever, and hopefully we can make it happen, man. We come on the show, we can talk some shit. So I see some guys up in here, man. I see Mr. Uncle Freezie up in here. I think I saw that. Mr. Push just dropped $4.99 up in here. Sorry that I'm not paying attention to these things here, because I go on my little Eru rants and I forget what the hell's going on here. Shout out to Knicks fan Brazil. Yo, Victor, I see your English is getting much better, man. I'm watching your pods. I'm watching everything that's happening over there. So you got to come back on the show again too. Yeah, man. So I just want to make sure I get everything here. I can see everybody. Man, child, shout out to you. Yeah, I'm telling you. Like people will cry about RJ Barrett. There's been so many players that we had throughout the years, man. It's not a young person's fault, that they're young, and it's not an old person's fault that they're old. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, in the conversation, and just respect people, just for being right in front of you as a human being. Come on, man. Everything doesn't have to be a big fight all the fucking time. Yeah, man. That second time that we got Maurice Cheeks for Ross Strickland, yo, I cried. I cried. I said this on the pod before. When we traded Ross Strickland for Maurice Cheeks, I cried because I didn't understand. I didn't understand why we needed to do that. Because Mark Jackson, even though he played so well, you could see that something was missing. He wasn't playing the same anymore. So I'm thinking that he was hurt and stuff. So I'm like, I'm be good. We got Ross Strickland. Ross Strickland, I got a chance. The Ross Strickland, like I said, I'm a lot younger than Ross Strickland. But still, just the word of mouth and just the mystique of these certain players. And he was young enough to be like my uncle's age. You know what I'm saying? Like my uncle's age around there. So I know him. I knew him. I knew of him. I went to watch basketball with cousins and my uncles or like whoever else. I went to watch basketball games with Ross. So I had a connection with. I knew him. He was one of the first basketball players that I could say I saw him with my own two eyes coming up. Before he went to DePaul and things of that nature. So I mean, I'm quite sure the same thing, man. Joe Curry. Not trying to I'm not trying to play you or nothing, but you definitely look like you got some age to you. Like we're probably in the same boat. You know what I'm saying. So we remember things like this. So like I'm telling you, I'm telling you when that trade happened, that hurt me real bad. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, like if I'm still crying about Ross Strickland, how many more years ago? Like when do you see the path? Once we traded Ross Strickland, that kind of set me off because at that point I needed to know what's going on with the salary cap. How do we make trades and stuff like that? And then at that point, I became a beast after that. You want to talk about 1990 or 89 or whatever, whenever we traded Ross Strickland, whenever we traded 89, 90, from that point on, I was a beast. And then, the Ewing era took off and the rest is history, man. So, yeah, man, you got to appreciate the ride, man. The ride is a beautiful thing. You got to really appreciate every step that we take, man. Kiki was a beast in Portland, man, but, he had a bad back. And then also, too, we were playing a different style of basketball. And, he was still trying to get himself correctly. I think he averaged 11 points when he first came, and then the next year he averaged 16. So, shout out to Kiki Vandeweghe. Kiki Vandeweghe was a great basketball player. He averaged 29 points one year with Portland. Either Portland or Denver. I forgot which one, but he was a beast. Not just a shooter. Freaking Kiki Vandeweghe would cross you up and bang on you. You know what I'm saying? You got, check out the film on these old guys, man. They weren't all just garbage men. That people like to make that stupid ass joke. Yeah, man. I'm reading everything. I said William Turnbull was good. Brunson was better than Luka. Yeah, but yes, Randle is the delusion one on this team. Yeah, I get what you're saying there. Yeah, man. CC Mafia, what's going on here? Every post you make is a paragraph. What the fuck? Who's going Brunson? Who's guarding Brunson and Spider on the 76ers? Yeah. That's what you got to think about. You want to talk about defense? Who's guarding Harden? But Harden is not guarding Brunson. Brunson's gonna put him in the blender. And God forbid if they try to hide Brunson. Try to hide Harden and put him on what's the name, Spider. I know they got the other kid in Philly in the backcourt, but he can't guard. He can't guard everybody. You know what I'm saying? What you gonna put Harden on a small forward? Who's our small forward? RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett could play defense on Harden at this stage of his career. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, bro. So I'm with it, man. Yeah, definitely. I'm saying a lot of stuff, man, but definitely respect to Vin Baker. He's a saved brother too. You know what I'm saying? He was working in Starbucks. Humble man. You know what I'm saying? Went through his things and he became a preacher. Now he's back coaching. He's back in the NBA circles. Totally sober now, just like me. I gave up liquor for 2022. I'm still sober. And not for nothing, I think I'm going to remain sober for the rest of my life. So shout out to anybody that's in the mix of that. Sometimes, like I'm trying to say, like pull yourself out of situations so you can see what's really happening. Sometimes you're going to need to do that, to put away the drink and to think clearly. And once you think clearly, now you have to have a conversation with yourself. Because if you're drunk, you can't have a conversation because you could use that drink as an excuse to why things are happening. Oh, my God, we was drunk, so I slept with this chick. Or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But if you're sober, now you can make that conscious decision. Yeah, I slept with her. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? Nothing can be misconstrued. You get mad at somebody, you can't blame it on the liquor, or you can't let the liquor juice you up or make you feel like, oh, no, I'm tough, or now I got energy, now I got bravery now. Nah, put the drink down and let's deal with what's going on with you. You know what I'm saying? So that's the shit that I'm on right now. Spider was a top seed in the NBA with the old head Conley. No offense, Rudy. Yeah, man, he was there by himself. When he first came here, he had Gordon Hayward. Gordon Hayward left. But even though Gordon Hayward left, he still was able to get 50 wins. You know what I'm saying? They had him out there by himself, butt naked, standing out there with his pants along his ankles, man. Yeah, man. OG wants to start. OG's good, man. OG's around the same level of player as RJ. Even though people want to say RJ's better than him, you can say it if you want to. That's your opinion. You know what I'm saying? But OG's like definitely like around the same area. Around the same territory. Give or take, up or down. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Yeah, man. Raptors. Yeah, this is what I was saying earlier. Raptors have a lot of depth there. Yeah, so OG is definitely the odd man out there. What's the kid's name? I know Barnes. Is that the kid's name? Over there, the rookie over there. I can't ever think of his name. Yeah, but he's definitely an ill brother, man. Yeah, I peeped the super chat, man. I'm my bad. I get into my rants. Yeah, when I get into the rants, I'm trying to get in the habit of talking to the camera rather than just going side to side like this. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people do that. But I'm trying to keep an eye on the camera and stuff. There's a lot of stuff going on here, man. So yeah, definitely, man. So like I said, you got to hit up each other, after the podcast and make sure that we can get this thing together. Once again, Pudge, yeah, thanks, Pudge. Pudge is always here, man. Pudge is here no matter what, even if he's late or whatever. Pudge is here for every podcast. I know he goes and supports everybody's show. This and the other shows love. He's great supporter, of the culture. He's definitely a part of the culture. But I definitely got to give my respect to the Pudge, man. He's always here for me. I really appreciate it. Payback Carter was good. To see the genius. Mitch going to eat food. We'll see. We'll see, because we were saying that last year that he should be wide open. If we get Donovan Mitchell, he for damn sure going to be wide open. You know what I'm saying? Who's going to throw him alley oops? That was a big question. Who's going to throw him alley oops? Now you got no excuses. You got four guys that could throw Mitchell Robinson alley oops. Julius Randle's a good passer. RJ's a good passer. Brunson is a good passer, and Donovan Mitchell's a good passer. Got four guys. He's going to be open like crazy. So regardless of him eating his food, he got to get his own food too, man. His food is getting those blocks and those rebounds. No excuse. No excuse. He should be eating well. And if he's not making his free throws, then Isaiah Hartenstein is going to be eating. You know what I'm saying? His belly going to get full. Yeah, man. Good stuff here, man. I appreciate everybody coming up in here, man. What's the word? Payback? Chilling, man. Yeah, man. I appreciate you guys for giving me all this thing here. Like I did see Blanche tears, man. I'm sorry, man. Did somebody say Nas? Listen, bro. This is not nothing but Knicks. This is not what do you call Knicks and Bruises, okay? Those guys are freaking you want to talk about Nas like a stand level, those guys love Nas, man. With all due respect, not Nas is good, but I'm definitely not not up on Nas as much as everybody else is. I can appreciate his good work. He does make good albums sometimes, but then he can make trash albums, or he can just make songs that just don't resonate with me, man. So I'm just, for the most part, you guys follow me. I'm just talking and stuff like that, but you guys are actually looking at me and whatever. You get to know me and stuff like that, so you can kind of get what I'm coming at when I talk about Nas and stuff like that. A lot of things that he says, a lot of things that he's done off the mic, it's been a little questionable too. He's very successful. Outside of it, as far as his investing, so that's good. But has nothing to do with the rapping and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. I'm just not like one of those guys. At this point in my life, too, man, I'm not even listening to rap like that. I'm at a point too. Same thing like with the pie. I'm creating content, so I can't listen to content. You know what I'm saying? So also, I'm on some shit when I'm trying to be more peaceful and more clear in my head. So I don't want to hear the bullshit. Especially Nas, he likes to throw subliminals at fans and stuff like that. Man, fuck you. I ain't got time for that shit. I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for the subliminals and made you look and you stuck in the 90s. You stuck. These are from my 90s. People. Yeah. It's all good. But not everything is for everybody. I don't like Drake to this day. He just does not resonate with me at all. I don't care how nice he is in certain bars. I can give him respect. He could rap his ass off. I don't know if he's writing it. He's a good performer. I give him that, but I would never buy a Drake album. You know what I'm saying? Buying a Drake album to me is like buying a Beyonce album. You know what I'm saying? Respect to anybody that bought a Beyonce album. But, it is what it is. Yeah, MCU was the shit, man. I love the MCU. Definitely, man. They're definitely telling great stories over there. Me and Freezie. I think Freezie might be a little older. So Freezie could really go back to the days when Jack Kirby and all those guys probably right. That's what I'm assuming. I don't throw my man under the bus. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, just with the Marvel, like with everything happening here, they say, yo, why are they doing this? Well, why did Doctor Strange do this? Why does and then well, you have to go back to the comic. Well, they did it in the comics. Oh, well, what they gonna do now? Because this, that, and the other. Yo, you got all the answers are in the comics. Everything that they've done so far, they've done an adaptation on something that they did in the comics, which I love. That's not what DC's doing. That's why DC is not really making the money that they're doing right now. Yeah, Mark Jackson. Yeah, Mark Jackson for a spell he was fat with the Knicks. He definitely he got fat. I think the money got to him, the women and stuff like that. Because when he went to Indiana, he cleaned his act. Remember, he got real skinny, got in shape. He started really going back into that shimmy stuff. So when he got to Indiana, he kind of pissed me off because all of a sudden now, he got to where he needed to be, man. Yeah, man. So it's ill. It's ill how that goes. Silver Surfer. So they did the what do you call World War Hulk thing where not World War Hulk. It was a situation where Hulk got sent to Sakaar and they did the whole thing. In that storyline, Silver Surfer was actually the person that Hulk fought, not Thor. And then they also did a cartoon when he had Beta Ray Bill playing that role. You know what I'm saying? So they flipped it a couple times, man. So they already did that. So now you leave it open for Silver Surfer to be involved, maybe in the second trip, because apparently now, spoiler alert for if anybody that watched She-Hulk already, get into it already, because they're going down that road there, man. So if you read the comics and the whole World War Hulk situation, I think they're definitely absolutely going down that route. Yeah, so that's definitely dope. Definitely dope. Yeah, man. Hartenstein, only 24 years old. Yo, not for nothing. Everybody on the Knicks is not in their prime. Even Julius Randle. I think Julius Randle 27. He's just probably entering his prime now. So it's dope, man. It's a definitely dope time to be a Knicks fan. Dope time to be in the culture. We're definitely building the better culture too. Like I'm trying to say, man, the energy, keeping that positive energy, just everything here, everybody in the chat, everybody in other people's chats, when other people do shows and stuff like that, just the collective energy of us all talking positively in some one way or another. I think that's taking us to where we need to go. I definitely think that's taking us to where we need to go. You quit drinking 20 years ago? Yeah, man. Definitely, man. Shout out to that. I'm not looking for respect or whatever, but it's just a thought. You could drink. Same thing with people that smoke too. You can smoke too. But my thing is like guys that they like to some dudes you see them, they like to smoke, they be smoking, they be doing it like this, you know what I'm saying? Or they be doing like this, or they like gotta like that, and disrespectful, they on the train dropping the stuff on the guts of the blunts in 2022 on the trains and stuff like that. All that whole culture and stuff like that. Why does it have to be that way? If you see a Rastafarian, just to throw Rastafarians out there, they don't smoke like that. If you just see that's a regular college student, they just smoke regular. They pull that whatever they got out. Yeah, the last time I smoked, I used to smoke pipes. So I used to have my little pipe like this. Put my stuff in there, light it, and then put my pipe back in my pocket and keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Why does it have to be a big spectacle? So that's the thing. People need to, if they're gonna do these things, allow your mind to reflect. You know what I'm saying? Even when you're complaining about certain things, man, with the Knicks, allow your mind to reflect. Or reflect enough that way, because reflect is to project light, right? So in reflecting also is taking a light, just like the light is reflecting off my face. So as the light is here, reflected off my face, projecting to you. Do you feel me? You know what I'm saying? And then it's like a reciprocation back to me too, from the light bouncing off your face on your device that you're coming here, is bouncing off, going to the universe, out into the open, doing whatever thing, and then coming back. You feel me? You feel me? I'm on that shit with y'all tonight, man. So it is what it is. Yeah, man. I did smoke a lot of shit. Rap music has been dead for a while, but it is not. You know what I'm saying? Mainstream music, the trap music, all the young people stuff, and that's happening now, that might be dead. But all your favorite artists that you love growing up are still making music, bro. You know what I'm saying? You just have to do the work, and it's not much work to do in 2022 where you can just click a button on your phone and find everything. See, Bloom, you wilding on Nas the GOAT. Listen, man, Julian Bloom. I know you're older too, man. But he and I'm the only rapper I listen to. Okay, that's you, bro. That's you. Not the last two albums. Well, the last album that Nas made was pretty good. I'm not talking about the King's Disease. I didn't like King's Disease one. I really love King's Disease two. And then the album that came after that one was really good too. So I appreciate the last two, but I didn't like King's Disease one. That's fine. You know what I'm saying. But I can appreciate guys' work, but I don't have to be like, oh man, he's the greatest, this, that, and the other, because there's so many other artists out there. People like in hip hop like to say, who's your top five? Man, get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Get out of here. Because I can tell you my top five, and one of the people in my top five is Sean Price. And people are like, Sean Price? Yes. Who else is in my top five right now? Because when I say top five, I don't say top, right? Whatever. I'm talking about, this is my favorite five. That's the shit that I'm on. So I want to say Redman. Throw Redman out there, because people talk about their favorite rappers, but they forget about Redman. Everybody forgets about Sean Price, but Sean Price, rappers are afraid to get into a cipher with Sean Price. You know what I'm saying? The Mighty Most Def, aka Yasin Bey. Don't nobody want to see him on no track. You know what I'm saying? To this day, the guy puts out great music, man. So that's just a few people that I have on my list of great rappers. You know what I'm saying? So there's so many different things that you can go with that. Cool G Rap is my goat. You want to talk about goat? Cool G Rap is my goat. Google Nas and Cool G Rap, just Nas and then Cool G Rap in the same search, and click it, and then find Fast Life and tell me who's the better rapper. So what else we got going on here? I'm kind of popping off today. Yeah, man, I needed to do this. I needed to get this off, man. To really get these thoughts out of here. But listen, man, I am kind of annoyed with State, man. Like I said, my phone died, so I'll see what he had to say about that. I wonder if he's watching now and stuff like that, man. But hope, first and foremost, I hope my man is good. Hope nothing happened to him. Everything, that he's safe and shit. And we'll try to get up another day. But it is what it is. Kareem Grant. Listen, man, nobody mentions Redman. Nobody. Keith Murray. I met Keith Murray a couple times. He's a crazy dude. Very, very interesting. But he got lyrics too. A lot of people got lyrics. Oh, State is on Twitter. See what the fuck? He's supposed to be on the pod with me, but he's on Twitter. I mean, so it's all good. Coogee Rap. My bad. Gibson. Coogee Rap is a cool dude. Yo, Coogee Rap is dope. I don't know if anybody remembers Transit on West Broadway. That's by 8th Street on I forgot what train that is. I think it's the N and the R train over there. Transit. I remember I was in there shopping. They have their 40% sale off. For those that know, I used to go there, and he's doing whatever. So he popped in there with his girl. And I'm looking at the girl first, and then I see, who's this dude, and I'm like, yo, that's freaking Coogee Rap. And he was just like, kind of like, yo, whatever. So I walked up to him, I gave him a pound, he gave me a pound, said what's up and this thing. He was real cool. He was just chilling. Oh, you said you're assuming you starting trouble. Mr. Pudge, starting trouble. Lloyd Banks is dope. What's going on with Lloyd Banks' vocal cords though, man? I feel like he's like really like crazy raspy nowadays. KRS One. Yeah, definitely KRS One. KRS One to this day is the greatest showman in hip hop history, man. Definitely, because he still puts on the same show. You already know what's gonna happen with KRS, but he gives it up. Yo, that verses, man, when he went to Big Daddy Kane. Yo, Big Daddy Kane is probably the only one that could have got up there with him and allow KRS to rip him the way that he did. Even though Big Daddy Kane did his thing, as far as hip hop show, matter of fact, I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna do that to Big Daddy Kane. But as far as KRS One letting the world know who he is, yo, man, great shit there, man. Great shit. Um, yeah, man. Coogee Rap is still nice, bro. He's still putting out stuff. There you go, Evil Sean P. Yeah, I'm telling you, Caesar, the like, Sean Price got some bars that I can't think of nothing right now, but he definitely has some crazy freaking lines, man. Definitely, man. Yo, shout out to Julian Bruin, gave me $9.99. God damn, it's an infomercial out this motherfucker. Appreciate you, man, for supporting and stuff like that. So I mean, I could go on forever. We can start talking about hip hop and anything that you guys want to talk about here, man. So if I'm gonna close it out, man. So if anybody got any questions or any thoughts and stuff like that, that you want me to talk about since I'm here. Because I'm listening to you guys. Now I don't listen to drill music, but I could appreciate some of it though. There's some songs I'm like, yo, this shit is crazy. But some songs I hear it and I'm like, oh shit, I'm kind of it's kind of ill. Or like in my old age, if I end up in a festival or somewhere like that, sitting down and that music is playing, I like to watch the young people because I want to see where they at with it. You know what I'm saying? Because I know when our stuff came on, we was in a certain vibe. So I want to see the young people in their vibe. So sometimes I see them doing their shit, and I'm like, all right, I see why they like it. You know what I'm saying? So I can't, I can't knock them for that. You know what I'm saying? Pun the Little Wayne. Little Wayne is another one. I respect Little Wayne. I know Little Wayne is nice, but I can't fuck with him. You know. Same thing with Nas. I think Nas is better than Wayne, that type of thing. But I think Wayne is good too. But like I said, I think he's nice, but whatever. Rakim is not respected enough, I don't think, in today's hip hop. Big Pun, people forgot about him. People say Big Pun is whack. I've seen people say Rakim is whack. It's crazy, man. Yeah, man, it's dope. Salute to I am Jarrell, man. I gotta make you a mod, man. I don't have the thing up here. I'm not gonna go through all that because I'm gonna mess up my freaking system. But shout out to Jarrell, man. Yeah, man. My old heads rock with Jadakiss. Yeah, Jadakiss is dope. Is he top five dead or alive? I mean, that's self-proclaimed, man. Jadakiss is not on my top five. I'll give it to Jadakiss. Like I said, I think Jadakiss is good, but I like Star P's better. And I always like Sheik. I always thought Sheik was the best one out of all of them. You know what I'm saying? Jadakiss had a nice solo career, a lot of great songs and stuff. But Sheik used to was the better one when it was with the Locks. You know, he never put together a decent project. As a matter of fact, Sheik's last project was pretty decent. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, all three of those guys could spit, but like Jadakiss is debatable, not even the best player, best rapper in his group. Ah, you know what I'm saying? Got to keep an open mind, man. Go back and listen to some Locks albums. Go back and listen to P's Run. Where his lyrics get, how he gets busy. You know what I'm saying? Just go through it. You got to give guys the benefit of that. You can't just crown dudes without giving other people a chance. You know what I'm saying? That goes back and forth with basketball too. Just to bring it back to the Knicks, you can't give one guy more props to the next because I mean today's RJ Barrett is tomorrow's like next player. So it is what it is, man. Yeah, Sheila was always one of my favorites, man. He's definitely one of the dopest dopest I want to say most underrated rappers of all time. Tribe as well. Q-Tip don't get enough props too. He has a couple of songs, especially on the last Tribe album that they did, the final Tribe album. He has some bangers on there, some big time bars on there. On his solo album, he did pretty good too. But I mean, the last album that he did, he made sure that he got off his good bars and show people that he could spit. He's not just a producer or whatever. He can still rap his ass off in his advanced age. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. So what's going on? You going to Rolling Loud, New York? Nah, I'm not. I got a broken foot. I can't sit. I said can't sit down. I was at the hip. I was at what do you want to call Rock the Bell? I was at the Rock the Bells tour because I wasn't sure if my foot was broken at the time, and I was actually on vacation when I broke my foot. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't sure if my foot was broken. So I had definitely had a fucking boot and everything on, and I had a cane and all kind of stuff, and I was up in there chilling. So I was actually at that festival, which was dope. A couple people passed out. It was hot as fuck out there. They didn't have enough food, for everybody. They didn't have enough water for everybody, which was bugged out. So next year, hopefully, LL Cool J does something about that, man. This shit is crazy. But they're rolling out. I don't know if I'll be able to do that, man. I can't really stand up. I tried to do that the other day. My foot swelled up on me, man. So I got to be very careful. Like I said, unless motherfuckers are gonna start giving me super chats like some of these other guys. I mean, tonight I'm racking up tonight. Thank God. You know what I'm saying? Because I definitely got to get better so I can start getting this real money from a job and shit, man. But I love to do this, man. I would love to make whatever I make in my job. I would love to make it with this shit, and give it up and just do more creative stuff, man. I would love to do that, but it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Yo, LL Cool J is definitely underrated. His stage show, man, at Rock the Bells, man, he needs to turn down the fucking light bill. I mean, he almost caused a blackout in Queens with all the lights that he had on that stage, man. So, so I mean, him performing, he still got it. Breath control and things of that nature, able to hop around, wardrobe change and things of that nature. But all those blinking lights and stuff like that, man, we could catch a freaking seizure out there. Yo, shout out to Ice Cube. Ice Cube was there. So now, Ice Cube was the person that went on right before LL Cool J. So my thing is, when Ice Cube came out there, I'm like, man, ain't nobody want to hear no fucking Ice Cube. So everybody kind of was like, whatever, respect him when he comes out there. But Ice Cube still had energy, skipping around, running around the stage, bar for bar. You can hear everything he's saying. He got breath control. He got a lot of stamina out there. And then also too, you forget that the hits that Ice Cube had. And I not like Ice Cube was one of those guys too that I didn't necessarily fuck with back, throughout my time listening to music. I never really listened to no Ice Cube shit, but he did have a lot of bangers, man. So he played a lot of them. So that was really dope. Yeah, Fred the Godson, yo man, Fred the Godson was he was a problem. I wish they would have took care of his health a little bit better. And he was married to a beautiful woman, he had kids and stuff. I wish they would have helped him a little bit better to take care of his health. And because you can see him, man, he has so much fat around his neck and his chest that you just know that it wasn't healthy, man. So, Fred the Godson, one of the greatest lyricists that you ever see. So I mean, Fred the Godson, as good as he is, where does he sit at the top five? You know what I'm saying? That's a question. That's a question. Cameron, still can rap. He went through that stupid purple stage, but right now he been putting out freestyles just for fun, and he's really been showing guys, yo, I can rap still. Don't forget, don't forget what I could do. Yeah, man. Were you there, Punch? Because I was there. I was definitely was there. ASAP Rocky is dope. I like ASAP. With ASAP, he could rap his ass off a little bit too. I think he was on that song with Nas, and he did his thing on that song that he did with Nas. So he's a dope artist. He can go a little left, a little bit. That's not really my taste, but I give it up to him. I respect him for the style and the whole hip hop shit. Because that's another thing too, where hip hop is not necessarily just rapping, bro. And beats and stuff like that. It's five elements. That's another thing too. It comes down to with basketball. You got to know what happened before you start capping so hard about what's happening now. You have to understand how basketball works in that mind frame. You know what I'm saying? So same thing with hip hop. You can't have a conversation with hip hop if you don't know what the five elements are. If you don't know what the five elements are, then you can't talk. You cannot have a conversation, like truthfully. You know what I'm saying? Because writing, graph, dancing, DJing, rapping. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff. When I say graph, I mean graffiti. Now it's fashion is definitely a part of that. A couple other things too are in the mix that's definitely now a part of hip hop. Beatboxing and things of that nature too. So it's five elements that really can go up to maybe seven or eight now. You know what I'm saying? With how things progress. But you have to understand that that's what hip hop is. Understand what your culture is. Same thing with the orange and blue. Understand what your culture is. Understand where your peoples came from. Understand what it means. You cannot cap so hard about today if you don't give a fuck about what happened before. It's crazy. You know? Yeah, some real shit, man. Definitely. Who had the bad kidney problems? Yeah, me. I know I had kidney problems. I had some issues with my kidneys. I had what do you call kidney stone. I did have kidney stones before, really really bad. I was going through it. It's one thing after another. Then I really hit the fan when I had that pneumonia. Yeah, man. Couple things, man. I know you guys really be listening to me, man. Listening to me on this thing, I really appreciate it. Yeah, man. So this has become a hip hop podcast. An hour and 43 minutes into here talking to you guys. Now it's become a hip hop podcast. Cameron Prodigy, Don Kennedy, okay. Stove God Cooks, okay. I hear you, man. Kidney stones. Kidney stones is no joke because I mean when you have it, you can pass it and stuff like that. But once you get kidney stones, it's like tearing an ACL. Once you tear an ACL, your knees are gonna be fucked up forever, and you're gonna end up getting like what do you call what's this arthritis really bad, and other things are gonna happen to you too. So same thing with your kidneys. If you get kidney stones once, you got to do your best to try to take care of yourself because you don't want to constantly get kidney stone because that leaves scars there, and the same effect is going to happen, but it's not going to be what do you call uh, the freaking stuff with your knees. It's not going to be like that. Arthritis. It's going to be something else. And kidney disease, you do not want kidney disease. I've seen so many people deal with that because I used to work in a hospital. Same thing like state. Work in the same hospital. I used to be around patients and seeing guys pass away. A lot of it due to renal disease, man. That's what that is, renal disease. Definitely don't want no parts of that shit, man. Yeah, dandelion tea. Yeah, dandelion tea. As much dandelion tea as you want. But if something's gonna happen to you, it's gonna happen to you. You know what I'm saying? People say take that that freaking black seed oil and all that shit. What the fuck? Whatever, man. How about just eat some vegetables? Eat some vegetables. Stop eating meat. Stop eating meat. Stop drinking. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Fred the Godson. I met Fred the Godson too. He was super humble, man. Yeah, man. At the gym. Yeah, man. Yeah, he was dope. I met Fred the Godson too. He was really fucking smooth, man. Super smooth, super nice guy. You could tell that he loved his family man. Because he gave. He don't know me for nothing. It just happened to be in the area. I was able to chop it up a little bit, and he showed me a lot of love, just as human to human. So I appreciate that. Shout out to Michael K. Williams. I met him on the same thing. I was with somebody that knew him, and Michael K. Williams was able to show me love too that way. So just like a regular cat, man. So that's some fly shit right there. Yeah, man. Yeah. What is hard to flush them out? Yeah. Once you get them, that's it. And if it's really bad, they got to go in there. And when I say go in there, they got to go in there. They got to go in there. So you definitely don't want to go through that. Your boy done did it, so you don't got to do it, man. Hopefully, I pay for your sins. You know what I'm saying? Drink some water, guys. Gangstar. Shout out to Texas. Chuck D. Shout out to Chuck D too, man. Chuck D is a big time Knicks fan now. That's the thing with these guys. Once you get to a certain age, and these guys were great rappers at one point, now he don't rap as much now. You know what I'm saying? Now he raps for fun. He raps for fun, puts out projects and stuff because he wants to. He already made his money. He already did whatever he had to do. So now he's with us now. He's a Knicks fan with the culture. Open the night, we might catch him in the streets. Because Chuck D was, I think, maybe 2 years ago, one of the years that I wasn't able to make it, he was out there walking around with us. Walking around with people. I didn't make it out there. I wasn't out there that day. But he was out there walking around with the other content creators on 34th Street, 33rd, just walking around chilling. And that's what's up, man. Talking to the people. Because when it comes down to it, we all people. The superstar shit, hey, man. Whatever, man. Ah, man, Julian Bloom. Yeah, man, I want to wrap it up, man. But, I'm really enjoying talking to you guys. Rock the Bells was my shit. Was you there? You was okay. You was at Rock the Bells. Okay, where were you sitting at? Because I was sitting dead center. I was like right on stage, center stage, but up in the top bowl, sitting down. Because like I said, I was sitting in the bleachers. I had a busted foot, but I was dead center, man. So if you was there, man, let me know where you was at. We probably was sitting right near each other. So Onyx killed it. Onyx, they're 50-year-olds, man. 50-year-olds got more energy than anybody I've ever seen. Did the graffiti for the drink champs? Okay, in the background. Okay. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Let me know where you was at in there, man. Because I definitely was there. I was dead center. Me and my I was with my sisters, man. My sisters were with me. My wife was there too with her girlfriends. But they came later, so they were sitting too far away from me, man. So I didn't give a fuck. I was watching the show. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, that's what's up. Yeah, we could talk hip hop all night, Jarrell. I'm telling you, man. It ain't so much time in the day. Like I said, I got to go back to my day job. So I mean. If anybody want to hit the freaking what do you want to say, Cash App thing there, that's Cash App right there. If anybody want to send me like $100,000 so I can quit my job today and start this podcast thing like for real, then let's do that shit, man. Hip hop, I would love to do that. I would love to do a hip hop podcast. So I mean, listen, man. If anybody want to direct me to something like that, I'll definitely be into it. Like we're in the mix of talking about a lot of stuff. According with I am Jarrell. These are my guys, man. I am Jarrell. State's my guy too. Project HQ. All these guys. We kind of like talking behind the scenes about trying to do a lot of stuff, man. If we can do it, let's all see if we can make it happen, man. It's great stuff. Yeah, man. Yeah, hip hop is dope. Hip hop is life. Not for nothing. It's just like the Knicks. The Knicks is life. I cannot live without the Knicks. Hip hop. I am hip hop. Keep it like that. You gotta make a hip hop podcast, but you gotta stop hating on Nas. I'm not hating on Nas, bro. Come on, man. I'm not hating on Nas. Nas is one of the greatest rappers of all time. There's nothing I can say about that. But I'm not a big time fan of his. You know what I'm saying? Like I can listen to a Nas album, and then that'll be it. Life is Good. I really enjoyed Life is Good. Life is Good was a dope album. I really enjoy Life is Good. I still play Life is Good to this day when I get a chance. But other than that, I'm not really crazy about like that. I think he's a great artist. There's nothing badly I can say. I'm not saying nothing bad about him. What the hell, you know what I'm saying? I'm just not gonna cap so crazy for him. You know what I'm saying? Uh, and nobody forget about EPND, man. Definitely, my uncle was obsessed with those guys. My uncle, everybody rapped. I used to rap too. The problem with me is that I can't remember shit. You know what I'm saying? So if you're gonna be a rapper, I think having the ability to remember stuff is kind of important. You know what I'm saying? Because if you got a freestyle, you're supposed to have freestyles memorized. Shout out to Trav, man. Trav is a rapper, big time rapper, successful guy. Already done been on TV and all kind of shit already. You know what I'm saying? This guy Trav is a dope rapper. You know what I'm saying? You know how hard it is to do or as a rapper, you gotta have bars in the stash. Right now, LL Cool J, we talking about Rock the Bells. If LL Cool J popped up to somebody say, "Yo, fuck you, LL Cool J, I want to battle you right now, I'll bust your ass." LL Cool J probably got 3 or 4 freestyles in his mind right now that you never heard of. You know what I'm saying? On deck, just ready. And he's been acting just as long as he's been rapping at this point. If you want to talk about the amount of albums he's put out, he's been on that cop show for God knows how long now. You know what I'm saying? But I bet you that motherfucker got a whole stack of rhymes in here ready to smoke anybody that want it. Believe it. Believe that shit. Yeah, man, it was freaking hot as hell. I was in the front at the stage. Oh, you was at the stage. You had the production passes. That's what's up. I thought about doing that, but thank God because I broke my foot. There was no fucking way I was gonna be able to stand over there. Man. There's no way. There was no way I could have been able to do that. Yeah, CAA Mafia. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. This is a Nick podcast. I would love to do a hip hop show. Like I said, I could do one man shows. As much as because I have a problem. Maybe I got ADD or something like that. Maybe I need to change my medication or something like that, man. But I definitely have a problem speaking, and I could talk forever. So I'm glad you guys enjoyed the conversation. I know you guys in the chat are giving me good subject stuff to go off of. It was written was dope. Hip Hop is Dead was sick too. It was good. Life was good. Life was good is one of my favorite albums of all time. I got to say that. Definitely. I wish that Large Professor and Nas would have put an album out together by now. I know Nas likes to stay relevant. And because but he's already multi crazy millionaire already. So he doesn't need to go with the trends. He needs to set the trends or just do him. That's what I wish. I wish Nas, Jay-Z, and all these guys they got the money. I just wish that they would just do them. Stop trying to be relevant. They are already relevant. They're gods. So they should just do it. Do stuff. Hit up Large Professor. Large Professor is still a phenomenal DJ. Great sound, great mind for music. Find Large Professor on Instagram. Do it now. Find Large Professor on Instagram. He's incredible. Just find him on Instagram and then look at his content on Instagram. He's incredible. It was written. It was written. A lot of people say it's better than Illmatic. What do you say about that? Wiz Khalifa. Wiz Khalifa's the man. He started off with that black and yellow bullshit, and then he went and got Amber Rose, put a baby inside her, and now he's laughing. I would do the same thing too. Shout out to my man. What do you call? We was talking about ASAP. Shout out to ASAP. Put a baby inside of Rihanna, and now he's laughing. Some fly shit. That's what you're supposed to do. You're a rock star. Who's the baddest chick out there? Bam. Look at freaking Tommy Lee and freaking what's the chick that from Baywatch. You know what I'm saying? He was a drummer on one of the baddest bands of the world. He went and got one of the baddest chicks in the world, put a baby inside him. They still going through it, and then they like damn near 60. It's amazing, man. Let me see here. Back in Schoolie D is actually a good artist, man. I think Chuck D put out some we shared some stuff that Schoolie D was doing as far as art. Talking about drawing and stuff like that. So that's what I'm trying to say. Graffiti, hip hop, and all that stuff is all a part of the same thing, man. So, a lot of these rappers could draw, with the graffiti. Definitely, man, So everything goes hands in hand. I saw somebody mention MC Light. Absolutely, man. Women need to get up in there too. I need to get a chick up in here. Paul, with all due respect. I had for those that for Erin from Twitter, for those that know who she is, she keeps changing her name and stuff. She got a lot of issues with Twitter and stuff. But I keep trying to get her to get on here to do some stuff. But not too many females want to talk, man. They don't want to get on the screen and do their thing. Shout out to the young lady. I can't think of her name. That's on Twitter Spaces. She's doing her thing. You know what I'm saying? But not too many women want to get into this thing and start doing podcasts. I would love to get on the show with somebody. Shout out to Queen Steph. Me and Queen Steph, I got to hit her up. We're probably gonna do something on Friday, so that's gonna be cool. Akinele is one of my favorites. If you want to talk about rappers, when Akinele came out, he came out before Nas or like around the same time, but Akinele never went the same route as Nas and whatever. He went to that put it in your mouth shit, and then he started doing that freaky stuff, and then he went on and got that strip club and he got himself in trouble and all kind of stuff, But if when it comes to rapping, Akinele was a beast, man. Coming up in those days, you want to talk about Jay-Z, Nas, Biggie, and all those guys, Nas and Buster and DMX and all that. Akinele was right there with them, but he just chose to go a different thing. So it is where it is. I don't fuck with battle rap, man. I don't fuck with battle rap. Another reason why I don't really like boxing. Another reason why I don't really like allow a lot of people to come on the show. Like, let's say I like to have as much as 4. But some guys, they like to have 10, 12 guys on the screen and everybody's yelling and screaming at each other. I'm not. It's just the energy, man. I can't fuck with the energy. I can't fuck with the energy. And then also too, I can't have people waiting to talk. That's not cool either. I don't really want to do that. But it works for other shows, man. So that's what I'm saying. That's why it's so good that everybody has their own way of doing things. So the people that do that do it well. If I do it, it's not going to go so well. I'll probably be kicked off of Twitter with all that stuff, man. I don't know about that. He can't be the father if he came out when he was 16, right? He came out when he was 16, and it was like guys already doing it already. But he's definitely a guard MC. I would say that. I don't know about father, but definitely a guard. He's definitely a guard in this game. Shout out to Brand Nubian. Definitely some good. Lord Jamar became, what the fuck is up with Lord Jamar, man? He was one of those 5%ers, crazy hip hop heads. Now he's on some I can't. He's on some freaking Jerry Springer shit. I don't know what the fuck what's going on with him. J. Rule is making. He still makes music. He's actually making a lot of music in Europe. So if you're interested in J. Rule the Damage, you Google him. He's still putting out quality music in Europe, man. You know what I'm saying? So in order to get that, you can still stream that stuff. But he has a lot of exclusive stuff that comes out on the European platforms and stuff like that. And he's still making money, still making music. You know what I'm saying? But he just found, his lane over there, and he's still sustaining himself. Yo, Ice-T, I just came up on Ice-T recently. I never liked Ice-T, but then when they what got me got me hooked on Ice-T now is when K Slay, rest in peace to K Slay. Remember he was doing that 100 MCs, 50 MCs on those songs. Ice-T was on there, and Ice-T freaking ripped it. I said, oh shit, motherfucker, he can rap. So I said, let me go look, because I never cared about Ice-T with that cop killer shit. Like, man, whatever. I don't that gang banging shit. Yo, what's up, man? Like, I'm not with that shit. I'm like, that's not something that even as a young kid, I never could fuck with that shit. But anyway, listen to his old stuff. The dude was rapping. I never knew that he was rapping like that. Yo, Ghost. If you want to talk about favorite 5, Ghostface is one of those guys too. I mentioned Redman, Sean Price, Coogee Rap, and all these guys. Ghostface Killer's right there too, man. Definitely. Yeah, man. Sorry, but the deficit freestyle. You're talking about definition of freestyle is to create on the spot. Yes, it also has something in the chamber to pull out original rhymes. Listen, do you know how hard that is? Do you know how hard that is to just come up with something on the top of the dome? Not for nothing. There's no such thing. Shout out to what's the guy's name? Man, I can't think of his name now. He was the original one that used to go into the crowds and grab pens. I'll make rhymes about a pen. But if you ever listen to him, it's a method to it. There's a method to that freestyle shit. Some guys are just gifted at it. They work it into their mind where they could just go crazy. Common is one of those guys that can rhyme that way. There's quite a few people that can just freestyle over the top of the dome. But listen, you gotta have some lyrics in your head to go off of. Because you can come up with the lines, but then you can flip it. So to me, that's what freestyle is. The definition of freestyle, if you want to talk about definition, KRS said the definition of a freestyle is a rap that you created that nobody heard yet. That's a freestyle. You know what I'm saying? So it could be a written. If you pick up a written and read the written, and it is dope, then it's a freestyle. You never heard it before. I never put it on a song, and you might not never hear it again. You know what I'm saying? So that's a freestyle. So it really is whatever you think. If you're gonna discredit a guy and they say, oh, that's not a freestyle, but it was dope, wasn't it dope? And you never heard it before? Come on, man. You want to talk about freestyles back in the days, all right? DMX, DMX and a lot of those guys, they used to go to Funk Master Flex and do their freestyles, and then you hear that same verse on fucking on the debut album. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, what's a freestyle? Like a rhyme that you never heard of before, right? Because DMX was rapping those lyrics and made you feel like he was coming off the top of the dome with that, but it was a lot of it off his first album. So I mean, gotta know the whole history, man. You can have your thought process, but let's have an open mind about the full picture about certain things. You know, but I'm saying you could live in your sect, and believe it and believe that way, because that's just your thought process. So I respect it. You know what I'm saying? I respect it. J Tap was good, man. East New York was good, man. Let me see. Yeah, man. No, I appreciate you guys, man. This guy CAA is fucking around with me. I blocked her on my all social media. I don't even know why. I just blocked her on all social media. She blocked me on Twitter, so I blocked her on everything. You know what I'm saying? I think I even blocked her on freaking LinkedIn. Shit. I'm not even a member of LinkedIn. I blocked her on that shit. Anyway, that shit was crazy. Extra P. Okay. Yeah, definitely, man. Yeah, yeah. All right, cool, man. Thank you guys for coming in here. We can go crazy, man. We can go crazy with the hip hop stuff. I want to say we talked Knicks for like an hour and 40 minutes, and then we just did like a straight, like another 40 minutes of straight hip hop stuff, man. So this is the culture. For those that want to know, this is the fucking culture. When it comes to the Knicks, hip hop, all these things are connected, man. MOP, one of the greatest groups to ever live, man. I love MOP. Shout out to Billy Dance. Billy Dance has been putting out a lot of solo shit that I really like. He's a freaking grandpa now. And my dude is like 50 something years old now. And he's still putting out gangster shit. He's still putting out gangster music and stuff, man. So it is what it is, man. Yeah, I made a comment the other day. Said, listen, I'm older, right? So, when I was like 23, I was talking to my wife today actually about something, right? So when I was 23, right? When I was 23, if I had a problem with somebody and it got crazy and somebody wants to do whatever, I can have the whole East New York, like wherever I'm at, I can have the whole East New York right in your neighborhood in no time. But that's something that a 20-year-old would say. Fast forward 20 years now to 43, the same guys that I would call to fill up your block with East New York, they're like 50 something years old now. A lot of people that moved to North Carolina and they moved upstate, or they don't move to freaking Las Vegas. I know some guys that moved to Las Vegas, moved to Florida, fucking retired. You know what I'm saying? So who am I calling? You know what I'm saying? If I call somebody on some real shit, it's for my little babies, man. Something happened with my little babies. Come send one of your nephews over here to help my little babies out. That's the only thing that's happening right now, man. Other than that, right now, if I catch something, man, you're gonna have to just beat my ass, because it is what it is. I don't have my time. Whatever. East New York ain't coming over. Ain't coming. If I call, them motherfuckers ain't coming, man. We all too old for that shit now. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Yeah, man. She went, hey, man, listen, man. Uh, you know, I don't want to talk badly about the young lady. You know what I'm saying? But she's definitely a little kid. She's definitely a little kid. Grown woman, 25, whatever the fuck she is. But I'm an older man, so I'm on a different level when it comes to that type of stuff. What I'm saying? I just made the joke there about, when I was 23, 24, 25, like I said, have the whole East New York on your block in no time. But I mean, nowadays at 43, it shit ain't happening, bro. That shit ain't happening. Oh my God, Bahamadia. Bahamadia is one of the greatest female rappers of all time. Straight like that, absolutely. Definitely, man. Bahamadia, definitely underrated. When they talk about female rappers, you never bring her up. It's fucked up. It's a lot of female. You know who was dope back in the days that didn't really have no thing? The young lady from the X Clan, man. Oh my God, the young lady from the X Clan, she was nice. There was quite a few young ladies that were nice back in the days. Shout out to what's oh my God, I can't think of a name, but there was so many great ones, man. Yeah, man. Peace to you guys. I'm glad you guys enjoy the bullshit. I'm glad you guys enjoy the freestyle bullshit. So I got to do the freestyle episodes more often, though. I definitely get the phones going. I got to get the phones going. I didn't get a chance to set it up the right way because I could set it up a couple different ways. But like I said, I wasn't prepared to do it because of what I thought the show was going to be tonight. Uh, yeah, I said I was going to wrap up an hour ago. I'm telling you, man. But that's what it is. It's the culture of stuff like that. Yeah, definitely. MC Light was fire, bro. And people don't mention her. They don't mention her. They'll mention Nicki Minaj. I see you. They mention her. But Antoinette, baby. That's what oh my God, the freaking what was her moniker? Oh my God, Antoinette. She was one of my favorites, man. She was almost like a Big Daddy Kane, female Big Daddy Kane, man. Like MC Light was more like a Rakim, and Antoinette was like Big Daddy Kane. Definitely a Brooklyn chick. She's still performing and making music and stuff like that too. She had beef with MC Light back in the days, but they done squash that. They good now. Really grown people and shit. It's over. That those days are done. You know. Yes, Queen Mother Rage, X Clan. Oh my gosh, she was freaking She was nasty. She was nasty, man. Good night, yo, man, child. Good night, bro. Have a great night, man. Is her name Isis though? I think I might have. Yo, whoever her name, she used to have the freaking the nose ring. She was fucking. She was one of the best. Okay, she's from the BX. No, that's the gangsters. Yes. So you're talking about Antoinette. Antoinette was from the Bronx. Okay, cool. I got to get it together. See, I don't know everything. What the hell? Make the Stallion can spit. She can spit. She's always talking about her vagina all the damn time. You know what I'm saying? But if she can get off that shit, because she's already making money. So I would like to see her put out some hip hop shit. Some real hip hop shit. She could spit. She got the flow. So yeah, Who's the Boss? That was a dope track. I think that was the whole album, Who's the Boss. That album was a classic. It's definitely dated, but go back to that shit. Go back to see if you can find Antoinette, the gangsters, freaking well, what did you say it was? Who's the Boss? Look up that album, man. It's definitely a freaking classic, man. Absolutely. So yeah, man. I know you guys enjoyed it, man. Shout out to you guys, man. I appreciate you. Yo, Almighty, can I get some of that money in that picture, man? What the fuck? Yeah, man. I appreciate you guys coming in here. Uh, yeah, is that her name? See, I gotta Google her now, man. See, now you guys got me fucked up. I gotta fucking Google her now. So I got this up here. So let me just use this screen here. I think I'm done with that. So let's look. What's the young lady? I'm gonna just say it. The young lady from X Clan, Brooklyn hip hop group. Oh my God, what the Lin K. But I think there was two of them. There was two young ladies, right? There was quite a few of them. Okay, listen. It was Brother J, Master China, Kuma, Ultraman, ACL, Lord SZA, DJ Fat Jack, Zulu. Past members, you got they don't even say her name there. Oh my God. But I think that's the name though. I think what you just said there, Lin K, I think it's Lin K. Or there was a few of them. I think there was more than one female in the group. Oh my God, man. We gotta that's a shame, man. That's a shame. Speaking of this, a shame, freaking Moni Love. Moni Love can still get it, baby. She's beautiful. And yo, not for nothing, Money Love is getting close to 60, fam. She still looks immaculate. She's beautiful. That's on everything. She's beautiful. Rhapsody, of course. Did you see the song that I believe it's on? I forgot what album it's on. Where it was Rhapsody and freaking Remy Ma. They had a song together. Oh, that shit's fire. I think it's on the DJ Premier. DJ Premier did a compilation, and it's a song with Rhapsody and Remy Ma. That's dope. It's Rap and Remy. I think that's what it's called, Rap and Remy. That shit is fire. That's definitely check that out. That shit is dope. Yeah, I remember all I said. 90s, 87 Kiss. Yeah, red alert. Oh my God, did you ever pop and lock? Yes, Julian. Yes. Yeah, man. I'm Puerto Rican, so I got Puerto Rican family. So we had the linoleum out there. It was not like a cardboard box. Used to have the linoleum. I'm talking about like the plastic stuff that you put on the floor that looks like tiles. You know what I'm saying? The linoleum used to be out there. My cousins used to throw them shits out there. and they used to be on break dancing, and then they bring me out. Yo, Junior. They used to call me Junior because my pops got the same name. So I used to come on there, come up there, do my shit like that, whatever. That was the days, man. They don't do that shit no more, man. They really don't do that shit. You really got to know your history, man. Roxanne Shante. Yo, Roxanne Shante was hosting the Rock the Bells thing, man. She said motherfucker like a million times. At the end of the night, I couldn't sleep because it was motherfucker ringing in my ears all night long. Cardi B could spit too, man. I wish that she could get on her hip hop shit, but because Cardi B really can get busy too, man. She definitely could because her mixtapes were kind of dope. I don't know if somebody was writing for her at the time, but she definitely could spit. She got the flow and things like that. Same thing like Meg Thee Stallion. They're definitely good artists. They can perform. But I really would like to see them rap on some hip hop shit. They're making money now, so these young girls do TikTok dances in clubs now. I know shit is bugged out. The last time I went to something like that, it was quite a while ago, but it was still this year. We was in some spot. It was definitely colder weather. I don't think it was like dead winter, but we still was wearing jackets and shit. So you get in there, you get into a party. The DJ is talking more than the music is playing, right? So you know what I'm talking about. And then the guys are all in a group together doing their fucking TikTok dances and stuff like that. And I'm looking at the chicks, and the chicks are on the side, and all the guys are in the middle dancing together. Like, what is this? Junior high school? It's crazy, man. It's definitely a different world out there. I'm telling you, man. It's crazy, man. Definitely, man. Hit that like button, man. So listen, I'm gonna get up out of here, y'all. I'm gonna get up out of here. I really appreciate the company. I definitely needed to get some more bars out of here, but it's getting late. So I gotta go see what's going on in the next room, make sure that I'm still married and shit like that. So yeah, hit the subscribe and all this. Definitely I appreciate the company tonight. Once again, I gotta devote this podcast to this again, where I can just communicate with you guys and just have some fun for the night, just kill some time and shit, kick it a little bit. Yeah, man. So shout out to State. Dire State of Mind is still in full effect. You know what I'm saying? We got to get the logistics going with State. For those that enjoy me and State's banters back and forth, you got to get them to get right, man. You got to get him to get right. I know he got his other channel coming. We still supposed to be doing Dire State of Mind, even though he's going to his other channel. So hopefully we could continue to keep that thing going because it's fun. I like talking to State. Me and him have great chemistry, and we make great content. So I'm really hoping that we can continue that. But we'll see. We'll see what happens, man. State gotta because I can't make a podcast and have you guys waiting in the chat and then we don't show up. That's crazy, man. We can't keep doing that shit. You gotta be consistent for you guys. Definitely, man. I appreciate you guys, man. So anyway, I'm out of here. 90s wasn't nuts. It was an experience. You had to be there. The kids now they want to have their era. Their era is gonna go down as probably one of the better ones too. But our era was dope. 90s was an era. Definitely, man. Definitely. You have to be there. It was a whole different thing. Definitely have to be there. So anyway, this is your boy E-Rule. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I'm not gonna look at no more. I'm not looking no more. So I'll see you guys next time. 4 fingers to the forehead, tucking the thumb salute. And I'll see you guys probably tomorrow in the evening, maybe. If not, then I'll see you guys definitely Friday. Friday, I'm really busy with the pods on Friday. So we'll see, man. So I'll see you guys next time. E-Rule's out. Peace.